You guys hang with me for a second. I'm getting the YouTube live feed lined up. We've got about a minute. If it's Tuesday night and it's 7 p.m. Central Time, then it's Juke Joint Sports. I want to welcome in Lance Harkey, the legend from Langston, and his friend, and I guess about to be my friend, with a great Willie Miner, and myself, Edward Willis, everybody who is on the Zoom feed, and everybody who is listening live to us on YouTube. Welcome. Gentlemen, what are we yapping about tonight? What's on everybody's mind? Let's open the mics and go. Willie, I hear your lips are moving, but I don't hear a word you're saying. You got technical difficulties. Lance, what you got to say for yourself? Lance, I can't hear you either. What's going on? I think Lance is giving some bad betting advice, but I can't hear him, so I can't specify that that is a fact. But from his mannerism, I'm thinking he's telling you how to lose some money in Vegas. Lance, I can't hear you. Willie, unmute yourself and let's see if we can hear you. Can you guys hear each other?
Edward,
There you are, Lance. How are you doing?
I'm good. Look, Willie Miner can't talk, and Hurley is unable to get on. Also,
Well, I mean, if you sent them the link, it's
I
the
did.
same link that Willie used to get on. Everything else is whether or not you have your audio turned on. And if your audio wasn't hooked up, it usually gives you a prompt to open your audio feed and decide whether or not you want to use a computer speaker or some other mechanism to communicate. So, who is our other guest tonight? You're saying?
It's Hurley King, but he had just texted me that it's not letting him on. It's not letting him join. It just says it just keeps spinning.
Then that's his equipment. He probably needs to get either closer to Wi-Fi or a better Wi-Fi source in that particular case. Because if it's spinning, that's a thumper, and that means it's trying to connect, and that
Right.
only has to do with his internet source, his Wi-Fi. We don't use dial-up anymore, so it would be his source, his Wi-Fi source. And just tell him to keep playing with it, see if it'll connect for him. But I'm
See,
hoping we can
Willie,
get Willie hooked up here pretty quickly.
I know he's calling. And if I talk to him, I lose you.
And he's doing it on his computer, not on his phone.
Yeah, yeah, he's doing it on his computer. Um,
Okay.
so uh, hopefully he can just use his phone.
Yeah, he should be able to. I mean, that should not be an
I
issue.
I see him. I see him. Don't you see him on your?
I do. I see him, and yeah, he's waving at us. He was waving from the beginning. He's been on and waiting since probably about quarter till the hour. So yeah,
Yeah,
he's been on for a while.
yeah.
So hopefully he'll be able to join us here in a couple of minutes, man. Because there's a couple of things I wanted to get to. Obviously, we're going to talk a little Cowboys. We're going to talk some NFL and some NCAA football. The fight. So
Right.
I did not, because all the prelims ran so late. I didn't stay up and watch the fight live, and it was on Netflix,
You
which I pay for Netflix anyway, so I didn't watch it live. So when I got up on Sunday morning, obviously it's hard to avoid finding out who won the fight. I mean, if you go to ESPN, you go to anywhere, you
right.
can you can find out who won the fight. So I knew who won the fight, but I want to watch the fight anyway.
Yep.
So obviously they replay
You
it. Yes, well, you
you
can
want me?
call. There's a number that you can call and simply put in the credentials, and we can talk to you over your phone. That would be fine. So did you see any of the fight yourself?
I didn't see it, but I watched a lot of replays.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, no, he totally whooped Alvarez.
Yeah, it
They
wasn't
had him
it
win
wasn't
it.
even close. It wasn't even close.
Right.
It was a boxing lesson. It was like he was in with a student and he wanted to show the students the finer points of boxing. It's a good student. It's one of his best
Did,
students.
did you see the placement of his feet?
Of course. That's what I said. It's a boxing lesson.
He stayed outside of Alvarez, and
Yeah.
that right that left got the in all the time.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a master class. It was just fantastic. He knew exactly what Alvarez was going to do before Alvarez decided to do it.
Right,
It
right.
was amazing. It was amazing how well he knew his opponent. It's like he'd been watching him for 10 years and seen his development, but still knew all of his tendencies.
And Alvarez said he's better than Whitaker. I mean, he's better than what's the other boxer?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. I mean,
Mayweather. He's better than Mayweather.
I and right now I would say that's true.
Well, Mayweather countered by saying, I was 40 when I fought Alvarez.
Right.
So,
I understand. I understand. So Mayweather at 40 fighting Alvarez is not as good as Bud is, however old Bud is right now.
correct.
Right now, Bud would beat 40-year-old Mayweather.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh
and
yeah.
it would not be much of a difference than the point total that he had over Canelo.
I agree.
Bud is a Bud is as good technically as Mayweather, and he's stronger.
Yeah. Mayweather, I mean, Bud is really good. He came, man. I didn't know he won that many titles in that many divisions.
Yeah, the thing with
Okay.
Bud is you we don't really know how many fights Bud has actually won.
And what was Willis? I think he's about to get on.
Okay,
I, I don't know.
Bud has won some fights, some unsanctioned fights that nobody knows about. That
I
dude can
thought
fight
he can, and I didn't understand the point with him giving them belts back to old boy.
because of the fact the belts are basically meaningless. They're simply symbols. So I
Uh
think I
huh.
told you this before, but the young man from Fort Worth, he's younger than me, so I call him a young man. Curry, who was a welterweight
Yeah.
champion of the world, right?
Uh huh.
His when he and his wife were estranged, his wife stayed at my house in Duncanville,
Oh, for real.
and she had all the belts. She had the belt with her.
Okay.
So, I mean, they give you the belt. I would think it's ceremonial to a certain extent. I think a lot of those guys, for a long period of time, they may keep those belts because at that time he was suspended, and I can't remember exactly what it was for. And that's part of the reason that they were separated at that time because he wasn't boxing, working, whatever. So they were separated. I think he was living in Las Vegas at that time. But she, like I
Oh,
said, she
okay.
lived with me and she had the belt with her. I should have taken a picture of it with it around my waist, but I just wasn't that vain back in those days. Because I mean, I had access to it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Lance, you also might want to tell your the other guest that they can simply dial in, call into the program as well. That'll be fine. That's not a problem.
Edward, was there a phone number on that email?
No, there is a dial in number to Zoom to dial into this program. When you dial that phone number, it'll ask you for the program code and then the passcode.
I mean, is it on the email that you sent to me?
It is on the email. Yes. Do I need to read it out to you?
No.
You see where it says One Tap Mobile?
I wish they could hear you.
Well, I thought he could hear me. Maybe he couldn't hear me at all either, since he couldn't talk.
Hurley said, "What is the number?" I says, your email.
Do you want me to give it to you so you can give it to them? Do you have a pen? You can write it down.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
The number is 346
Uh-huh.
248 7799. They're going to be asked for the meeting ID, which is 890-8028-0035. And then they're going to be asked for the passcode, which is 691067.
Okay.
And they may have to hit pound after the 7. Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
So they let you watch it, replay the fight, huh?
Yes, yes. And of course, when you replay it, you can kind of go at your own speed because you can move it up. So I usually don't have that much time during the normal day to sit through a 12-round fight or whatever it was. But so I kind of moved it along from place to place, but I got the gist of it.
I logged into ESPN and watched the verbal update,
Mm-hmm.
and it was funny. I mean, everything was him. Was
Oh yeah.
everything? I was like, Camelo lost this round. He lost this round. He lost every round, according to
Pretty
ESPN.
much, yeah. Canelo's the only path to victory for him was to impose his physical strength on Bud. That would have constituted Bud basically standing and fighting in the middle of the ring with Canelo. With Canelo's shorter arms, Canelo didn't have reach, but Canelo's a bull. Bud didn't stand still.
Right.
So Canelo had to try to walk him down. You can't walk Bud down. Bud's not going to stand there and let you walk him down.
I'm on trying to get on.
Willie, I can hear your voice. We hear you.
Good.
How are you
Good.
feeling?
I can hear you too.
How
But you need to kill
I'm
some of
doing
your
fine.
background.
You can kill your computer now that you're on the phone.
Well, I can't see anybody.
Well, we can. I know we can hear you.
Okay.
You're gonna have some echo.
I can hear. I hear you still.
That's
Okay,
fantastic. I hear
Can you
you
hear
so
me?
well now. We hear you so well.
All right,
Fantastic.
great.
That is
Well,
super, man.
We were just
He
going
heard you.
over.
Did you hear us talking about the fight?
Yeah, I hear you all commenting on the fight. That neither one of you saw the fight live.
Right.
I saw the fight. I saw the fight live.
You stayed up that
Bud was my choice from 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen that young brother progress as a fighter. And he was, the best comment I can make is Canelo had only one way to win, and that was to knock Bud out.
Right.
Bud had multiple ways that he could have beaten Canelo. One of them was to outbox him like he did. And
Right.
once he found out that Canelo's best punch was not hurting him that much, he just went on to whip his ass. Excuse my
That's
French.
that's basically what
He
happened.
just went on and stayed right there in the well. You know, Canelo was trying to cut him off to
He couldn't.
cut the
Too
ring
quick.
off. But
Right.
you know, well, no, he could. Now
Yeah,
Bud
he
saw
didn't.
that.
What I told
Now
what I
Bud
told
saw
Lance
that.
what I told Lance was Bud knew Canelo's game plan better than Canelo did. He knew
Well,
what Canelo was going
Canelo
to
was a
do.
one-trick pony. Well,
Exactly.
Canelo was a one-trick pony. He only fought one way, and that's the same way he's fought all of his career.
Right.
Now he has some good speed, foot speed, that he was bothering Bud when it came to Bud boxing him, circling him, doing like Ali would box. So Bud switched tactics. One thing that he did not do, which he normally does, he did not switch from lefty southpaw to righty. He did not do that not one single time. And Canelo had trained for that. So now
And
he
he
didn't
trained
have an
with another guy.
alternative. Yeah, he had trained for orthodox
Yes.
boxing and southpaw boxing. He had trained for that. That's why his right hand was getting into Bud, because Bud did not switch. He
Right.
fought him southpaw from the very first start and won the first 5 rounds. He's normally a slow starter, but he won the first 5 rounds because Canelo kept waiting for him to switch. And he didn't. And he kept that. He had a reach advantage on him, like he said, and he exploited it.
Yeah.
Exploited it. Canelo caught him in a couple of corners, but when he caught him in the corner, Bud counter punched his way off the corner. Counter punched his way out. He did now that would be a good fight. He and Money Mayweather. That would be a fight and a century right there.
Not
Because
right
both
now.
of those guys. No. You got to understand. You got to understand boxing. Now Mayweather is 40. He's older.
He's 50
Mayweather
now.
is still
50 something, right?
He's not. Mayweather's not ready to fight anymore. And I hope he doesn't come back and fight
No.
like Mike
There's
Tyson,
no way.
because that would be a tragedy.
Right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Mayweather has come up in boxing like Tiger Woods came up in golf. Money Mayweather's dad and his uncle were once champions or fought for championships. So when they were in his corner, hell, he had 3 heads thinking at one time.
Right.
So people who fought him didn't stand a chance either. Now Bud has a sense of who he is, what he can do, and how much he can take. If you notice when you did see the fight, now he got hit by Canelo, but he didn't get hurt by Canelo. He did not get hurt by Canelo. He knew how to roll with the punches. He knew how to take them on. He partially blocked 95% of the stuff Canelo was throwing.
Right.
So that took away a lot of Canelo's power. And did you hear, in the comments, one of the commentators, what's the brother? He was a middleweight champion of the world that was doing the commentating. And he was saying, it's not about all the hurting. It's about getting respect. It's about getting respect. And Bud got respect. He had Canelo afraid to come in. That was the fight. That was the fight. Mano a mano. Ain't but 2 of us in the ring, brother. And somebody said,
is it
you
going to
got
be
to
another
bring
fight?
ass to get ass. And Bud bought ass.
Canelo does not want any more of that.
You don't think it's going to be a
No,
part 2?
I bet you he doesn't. He made $150 million. Now, see, Canelo fought for the money.
Yeah, Bud only made 50.
Bud fought for the record book.
He only made 50 million.
Yeah, Bud only made 10. But Bud fought for the record books. He wasn't fighting for. This is the first fight that I have ever seen Bud fall to his knees and cry. Fall to his knees and cry. And actually pray. Because, hell, you didn't know who was going to vote either way with the judges. And the 115, 113 fight that some two judges saw was not what was put out there in the ring.
Right.
That's correct.
That was not what was in the ring. That was 8-2 at the best. That was that was he won that many rounds, and two rounds may have been even. Like you said earlier, he gave him a boxing lesson.
He did. It was textbook.
He gave him exactly. Well, it was like Muhammad Ali and Leon Spinks, number 2.
I knew something was up when I was at Dave and Buster's, and there was very no Hispanics. Every time Canelo fight, it's just jam-packed with Hispanics. There wasn't many this time.
It was their holiday too. It was their Independence Day or something too.
Yeah, that's why they wasn't there. They was claiming, but no, they knew Bud was gonna get it.
Two things. Number one, I don't know how many people from Texas went to Vegas, but that stadium was full. Okay,
it's the biggest crowd in the history of the stadium.
Yeah, exactly.
In the history of the stadium.
Yeah, and the draw on Netflix. Now, I don't know how many of these people already had a Netflix account like I do, but I'm sure a lot of people signed up for Netflix to get the fight.
Exactly.
They drew over 40 million people watching the fight on Netflix.
Exactly.
So there were a lot of house parties, Lance, because you didn't have to go somewhere or pay $150 to be able to see the fight.
Gotcha.
It was a lot of house parties. Yeah.
YouTube is jumping in on that now.
It's their Independence Day too. It's a holiday, Mexican holiday.
Right.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, hey, look, I work out the gym. The gym I work out at has a Hispanic manager. There's a lot of Hispanics that come in there and work out there. And of course, I haven't said one word to them, but none of them are talking about the fight.
Yeah, they were mad. They
won't talk about the fight. That's the same fight. It's the same thing when wasn't the Golden Boy out of Los Angeles when he got beat. When he got beat, they didn't say anything about him either, because those are their champions. Those are their Muhammad Ali. Those are their Roberto Duran. Choose. It hurt them. It hurt them. I bet you could have met anybody and bet, and all of them 10-1
would have been.
Yeah, Bud was the underdog in the fight.
See, I didn't even understand that. I don't even know how Vegas put that out there, that he was the underdog. I guess it was just that Hispanic money chasing.
No. The history of boxing says that if you move up 2 weight classes, you lose because your power doesn't translate. Your foot speed doesn't translate to putting on the weight. Bud was ripped. Did you see his pictures? He was ripped.
Bud looked like a natural. What is it?
Exactly.
Middleweight. He looked like a middleweight.
A month and a half before the fight, he didn't look good at all.
I don't know. I didn't see any pictures.
He was putting on weight.
I seen a few pictures. That's what it was.
Yeah,
and then they started saying his shoulders were
weight
bad.
on.
Then they started talking about his shoulders.
He was putting the weight on.
Okay, that makes sense now.
And he was putting the weight on. He was gaining the weight. Now he tested himself at 154, and he took the punches and had to go the distance. He took more punches at 154 in his last fight, simply because, again, he was using his head and testing, what can my body do? What can my body take? And hey, he took the blows to the stomach as Canelo hit lots of times in his ribs, side. He was even hitting him in the back.
Okay,
He was
let's
even, and that's why they had the white referee too.
right.
That was,
Let's
had done a lot of Canelo fights. Hey, Canelo can fight, but he cannot box. And Bud outboxed his eyes.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Okay.
He did, man.
Okay. Let's jump into this Cowboy game, NFL weekend. I
We
think
have the
upcoming
Dallas has the best kicker in football.
They always have
in the history.
had.
Maybe in the history, but I definitely today, Dallas has the best kicker in football.
The guy is really good. He's really good.
He
Just
is.
get it over 50-yard line. You got 3.
Man, just get it to the 50. I think he could have made the 68-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Because he actually had room to spare on that one.
They actually had.
Yes.
They would have had the best kicker and the best pass rusher. I cannot fathom why they gave up Parsons. I never
because Jerry Jones let his money get mad. Jerry always said, "Never let your money get mad," and he let his money get mad because Micah Parsons, not Michael Parsons, but Micah Parsons, is not your Negro. You understand what I said?
Well,
he is not your Negro.
Well, he's not your average Negro, you're right. But you know what? One of the things that Jerry got in trouble with is he tried to go around the collective bargaining agreement. The collective bargaining agreement says that his agent, Micah's agent, has to negotiate the contract, not Jerry standing on the sideline trying to shake my hand.
Right.
It was a horrible
And that's
contract.
what Jerry tried to do. Yeah.
It would have paid him a lot of money up front, but like his agent said, when he got to the 3rd or 4th year, he would have been making little to nothing, like $14 million a year at that point in time. It'd have been low.
Exactly. And his agent said, "Hell no, we don't want this."
Well,
and Jerry gonna say, like you saying, man, his money got mad.
Yeah.
You guys,
his money got mad. His ego's a little hurt. He thinks everybody should be on bended knee in front of him for the pleasure of playing for the Cowboys. And I'm a Cowboy fan, but I don't think any man should be forced in that position, especially when you're actually producing. That you got to beg for fair money. Shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Now I'm telling both of you guys once again, Dak is not who you think he is. Dak locks in too much on one. If he throws the ball to the tight end and he gets 10 yards, he's going right back to the tight end again. Just like CD. When he throws those interceptions, dude was running parallel with CD. Made the cut that CD. The first few quarters, CD runs certain patterns. The cornerbacks see them. And then they start figuring out you're running the same pattern, just in a different yard line.
Well, now
same
a lot of
over and over. No. What? Go ahead.
Well, a lot of the things happen, Lance. Like you and I argue all the time. A lot of things that happen is inside football. What plays were called. Sometimes CD is not anything but a decoy. And he may be open. And sometimes Dak sees him. Sometimes Dak sees the tight end. What play is called? What are my reads? The Cowboy system does not bring 2 and 3 receivers into the same area, crossing patterns. So I don't get it. I got to go from left to right to center to get the reads 1, 2, 3. When most of the other teams have, I look right, I got a low man, I got a man in the flat, I got a middle receiver, and I got a deeper receiver without having to turn left or right.
It's totally really up to Dak to release the ball. It's totally up to him.
Yeah.
Every time he throws an interception, there's 3 to 4 guys around him. It's 3 to 4 guys. There's a safety and another cornerback.
Because sometimes
Next he's picked out. Next he's picked off.
now you're not throwing the ball
Why
against
are
the
you
high school
throwing?
defense.
Okay,
how
then why
many
you
how
You're
throwing
many
not throwing the ball
interceptions
against the
for him?
high school corner.
How many interceptions has he
You're
thrown?
not throwing
He's
none.
thrown,
2 plus 1.
no, he had 1 or 2. He's 2 for the year, but he had another one turned, he had a couple of them that were dropped. And,
How many touchdown passes?
oh, I have no idea.
Oh, you keep up with the
And
negative stuff, not the positive stuff. I see.
always,
Yeah.
because,
Okay.
Telling me.
because
How
guess
many-
what?
Telling me.
What's,
No. Because that's
I
what
see.
gets you in the end.
I see.
It's the
I
negative
see.
stuff. You
I
clean
see.
up that negative stuff, he might be all right.
Let me ask you a question. How many yards has he thrown for?
I have no idea. He's the best man until you get to the playoffs. He's the
Well,
best man.
let's get to the playoffs.
Wait,
Let's get to the
He's
playoffs.
Tony Romo. He's Tony Romo, the best in the
Okay.
20s, the best in regular season, and then he's horrible in playoffs. He's Tony Romo.
Let's
He's
get to
Barry
the
Bonds.
playoffs.
He's Barry Bonds. He's horrible when they hit the playoffs. He's Judge and everything.
I this year,
And just mark my
I would
words.
love-
Just watch him.
this year, I would love to just get to the playoffs. I would
Yeah,
love
that's
to
all
because
they need to do.
I think they're going to win 6 or 7
I think
games.
that's it.
How many?
I think we're going to win 6 or 7 games.
They're gonna go over 10. They're gonna go over
You
10.
think so? I don't.
Did you notice, Lance? Did you notice
Mhm.
that they were able to, some way, Clark, the new guy from Green Bay, stop the run, plug up the
They're doing
middle.
a better job.
That
They're
was
doing a better
left running.
job.
That was left running up the middle. Did you
Yes.
notice
He's
that?
good there. He's good there.
What, you talking about this
Now
last
once
game or the first
Overshawn,
game?
once Overshawn,
Wait. Are you talking about the
Once-
first game against Philly? He shut the run down? Come on now.
Well,
no,
Philly
no,
didn't
no,
run.
he wasn't
Philly,
even there.
No,
He wasn't even there.
Philly did not run the ball well on Dallas.
Well, you
Yeah.
had 62 and 60.
They did not
different
run the
people.
ball well on
They-
Dallas. The reason
they
that
ran
game
the
was
ball.
close,
They didn't really
they were
have to.
they were average. They were average. Go back and look at the yards per carry that Philly had. They were average.
In the fourth quarter, they shut Philly down.
Yeah. Did they?
Dallas had missed
You just
opportunities
played the
against
sorriest team in the
Philadelphia.
division. You just
Yeah.
played the sorriest team in the division.
Probably so.
That has gotten a lot better.
Okay.
That has gotten
But
a
y'all-
lot better than they were last
According
year.
But-
to you two, they're far better than what Dallas is. I mean, Dallas is far better than what the Giants are.
Well, we just saw the game
yeah.
and they're not.
I understand that, but that was like the spread was 5.5. Everybody jumped on Dallas.
That's about right for a spread
Everybody
before that
jumped on-
game. If
I
you had
took the
seen anybody who had watched the Giants play the opening week,
Yeah.
there's no way in the world that you think the Giants are going to be within 6 points of Dallas. The Giants made a big leap of improvement. I think they were helped by Dallas in making that improvement. I've told you
Well-
for 3 years, Lance, that one of Dallas's big problems is straight down the middle of the defense. Defensive tackle,
Right.
linebacker, ever since the big boy from Wyoming or wherever got hurt his neck. Don't have a middle linebacker.
Right.
Don't have defensive tackles to play
Yeah.
the run.
Van
And our
der
safeties,
Slice or whatever.
our safeties cannot run. They are slow as turtles. That's a bad combination when right down the middle of the park, you don't have players.
Your cornerback
We got hurt on
you gotta
Sunday.
look-
highly
okay.
exposed.
We got hurt. Our
y'all not looking at the game.
cornerbacks didn't get exposed. Safeties got exposed.
Y'all not looking at the game.
Corners are 10 yards off.
Dude, you're playing zone.
What?
You're
You're
not
not
looking at
on the
game.
guy in the zone.
You're not looking at the game. You got to understand zone and zone and man-to-man coverage. How that affects the play that's called. The positioning on the field is the thing the Cowboys need. The Cowboys need to have Jimmy Johnson, who's going to talk to them, do what my coach used to call it, brain work. They not understanding 3rd and 1 from the 20, your 20 is different than 3rd and 1 from the opponent's 20. They're not understanding the difference in the game. They don't, okay, like they don't even call the right, who would in the right mind would throw a screen pass to a tight end that can't run but 4.9, that has no lateral movement? Who would call that play when that guy is in the game? You know, that's like calling
the head coach. The head coach is calling the plays.
Not well this year. You know,
even this year
when Bill Parcells was calling. Yeah, so you gotta understand that hell, that's just like Geno Smith. Every time he wants to throw 50 and 40 yards. No, Geno, take the check down. That's the way the game is played now. It's a different game than when we were playing the game. You know, that's just like everybody talking about all the pass receiving records. It's supposed to be more receiving records broken every day, because nowadays, if you don't complete 30 passes in a game, you're not doing anything. Where in the old days, you never got a chance to even throw 30 passes in a game. There was 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You remember those days?
Yeah, I remember 22 passes in a game for a quarterback was a lot of passes.
Exactly. And what's the game today? If you don't complete 22 passes, you
no. Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Exactly. That's the change. And it's also the same change in boxing, basketball, track. It's the same change. The generations have gotten a lot better. A lot better.
Plus the rules have changed. You know, back in the day, I played box, what's they now call a box safety. We called it a rover back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And
mm-hmm.
I would literally mug a tight end.
Exactly.
I mean, they would put me in jail for what I did to tight ends back in those days. Now you can't touch them. 5 yards, you can't touch them.
Exactly. You can't touch him after 5, but you know, before that, boy, you could be done knocked him upside the head. Deacon Jones, his patented move was a head slap, and you see him throw flag on the guy that was just fast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For the same thing. You know, who that's why Troy Aikman retired, because he could not stand back there and pat that ball 2-3 times anymore.
Right.
Because those defensive ends are running 4-5, 4-4s in the 40. You got to get this ball out your hand, man.
Yeah, it is different. I think the rules changes have a lot to do with the amount of offense that we have, but also think, like you said, I think we have better athletes today. I think people are just,
of course,
that's just humanity. That's evolution. Bigger, stronger, faster is a real deal.
Exactly. Just look at the offensive line. What's the average weight?
Oh God, it's like it'd be 300. If you're 305 pounds, they were talking about the kid that came in to play center for the Cowboys after BB got hurt. He only weighs 305. They said he's too light. He needs to put on some weight.
Exactly. You know, I see what Jerry needs a nutritionist. He probably got one, you know, shoes. That's the. I mean, I agree. Things have.
There was a defensive. Well, back in Lance, you'll know this. Back in 1974, 70, I think it was 75 season, 75 regular season. You had Dewey Selman and his brother played defensive tackle for Oklahoma. Lucius. Well, no, Lucius had graduated. Lucius graduated the year before, and his two brothers were still there. They had a new middle guard. I can't remember his name right now, but I happened to meet him at a Fellowship of Christian Athletes thing at some point in time. But he had taken over the middle guard duties after Lucius graduated to the NFL. And he weighed 235 pounds playing
See,
middle
that's a
guard
little
for
boy
Oklahoma.
nowadays.
And that's
Yeah.
Nowadays he would have to try to play linebacker, right?
Either defensive back,
Yeah,
strong
because
safety.
Lance, remember this guy. Their All-American linebacker was a guy by the name of Rod Shanklin.
Mm-hmm.
Rod weighed 205 pounds. He was an All-American linebacker at Oklahoma. Yeah, he would be a free
Lance,
safety. He would be a free safety these days.
but
So
yeah,
yeah, this whole
look,
world
look,
has
look at
changed, man.
look at that dream, Bosworth, Brian
Yeah,
Bosworth. That was that dream at Oklahoma. That was a dream. And how long he lasted in the NFL?
no, he couldn't. He couldn't last because he was
Right.
puffed up. He was puffed up on drugs.
Exactly. Exactly. As soon as they took the steroid needle out of his hand,
Yeah, it was over.
that was all he had.
Yeah,
That's all he had. And then, well, Bo Jackson helped him make up his mind to go into acting.
Bo changed a whole lot of lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he was one of
It
those
would have been
guys,
something
man.
if he'd stayed healthy.
Yeah,
He stayed
it would
healthy.
have
It's
been.
been something.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was one of probably the 5 best athletes, and I'm
Right.
talking
True.
about not just the ability to do a lot of different things, but also with size and speed and strength.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
he was
Yeah.
Herschel Walker with a brain. If you could give Herschel a brain, he would have been Bo Jackson.
You don't want Herschel going to the hospital.
Man.
I'm just yeah, Herschel.
And I love
But
Herschel back
Herschel,
in the day, but whatever.
yeah, Georgia. Yeah, Herschel could run fast, right straight ahead. That's all he could
That's
do.
right. That was it.
He could run
That
real
was
fast
it.
straight ahead.
Yeah. But if you made him make a decision between going left and right, Herschel had to stop and think about
Exactly, twice. Twice.
Oh
And,
man.
and
So
you know, it was really
what do you see for the Cowboys though this year? You were saying double-digit wins. Where do you see the double-digit wins coming from?
I see the Cowboys beating everybody that they play. They have an opportunity to go 8-8 split. Okay. Now one of the things that we see about the Cowboys is now Deron Bland is coming back. Now Trayvon Diggs is going to get his sea legs. He's going to play
Right.
much better. He just narrowly missed knocking the ball out on that first touchdown that the Giants scored. He plays
Right.
a different kind of cornerback than no bump and run. He needs to start getting his hands on some people. Now, once Bland comes back, he's going to cut down his side, the number of completions on his side of the field.
Mhm.
And once Overshawn, the boy from Texas, that just happens
Right.
to be my homeboy from my hometown, once he
Best
comes back and
linebacker
gets
they
into
have.
exactly. Now, once he comes back and gets into the field, the run game is going to slow down. All those quarterbacks that break out the pocket and go 10, 15 yards, Overshawn is going to stop a lot of that. He's
Right.
going to stop a lot of that. So now it's going to be a couple of three games that's going to be swung by defensive plays and turnovers. Now, we may lose some with Dak Prescott misreads. We may lose some with a fumble here and a fumble there, and we're going to win some. So that takes us to 11-6.
I cannot see this team
Either
winning
way.
11 games. I cannot see this team winning 11 games.
Look at the schedule again, and just now luck is going to play a part in that.
Luck is going to have to play a big part
Yeah.
because Overshawn should not be playing until November, right?
Okay.
This young man
Yeah.
has had 2 knee injuries. You cannot rush him back. He's too valuable long term. You cannot rush him back.
Exactly. That's the same thing Lance was talking about, the man letting Michael Flosson go.
Yeah. Yeah. Overshawn
You
is
know?
the future of that defense. As
Yes.
it's constituted
And
right now, when he comes back, he's the best player on your defense.
he'll be good. He'll be good.
Yeah.
But now also notice that the Cowboys pumped up a little bit that defense. The defense is hitting harder. You know, they got some headhunters playing linebacker too
Can't
that
run,
they didn't
though.
have last year.
They can't run.
Well, they don't have any deers back there. They don't have
No,
any,
they
but
have
they got some
man, they're
goddamn
slow.
options.
Yeah. Now they will tackle. They are so
They will
slow.
thump you. They will now again. Okay. As the season progresses, you're going to get better because now your defensive players and your offensive players will understand schemes more than they did because it's a matter of execution. The thing that the Cowboys have to stay away from is the pre-snap penalties, the illegal procedures, the two men in motion at the same time, you know, the jump lining up off sides, all those mental mistakes. Now, if they can get back to Jimmy Johnson type football, then they can win.
30 years.
Then they
That's
can
30
win.
years ago.
But Willie, they were really clean
They haven't
against
won in
Philadelphia.
30 years. It's the
They
30th year.
played
I'm-
they played a
95.
very clean game against Philadelphia. They had one I think
Exactly.
illegal motion penalty that entire game. They were very clean against Philadelphia.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's execution. That's training. That's preparation. I'm an actor, so I know what it takes to hone in on your character, so to speak. It's practice makes perfect. Perfect practice is what makes perfect.
Yeah. I just
If you
fear
practice it wrong, you do it wrong.
I just fear that when they play really athletic teams, like in 2 weeks when they play Green Bay, or when they have to play Detroit, when they have to play Washington,
I
that
got you.
Mm-hmm.
they are going to. It's very hard to keep your composure when you know that there's
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's physically better than you, and as perfect as you can be, you're not going to dominate that person. You just have to try to neutralize it. It's very hard to keep your composure in
Exactly.
that situation.
And that's mental preparation. That's
Right.
what
I
you have
understand
to
that.
do.
Yeah.
And so
I'm with you. I'm with you. I've seen these
paying you
guys
to play.
fly apart. I've seen them fly apart
Mm-hmm.
too many times when they face with that.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's like Troy Aikman used to say all the time. You somebody has to be an enforcer. You can't coddle them.
Right.
You can't say that's all right. We'll get them tomorrow. You got to get right in their face right now.
Oh, that is so funny. I'm going to tell you guys a really quick story and we'll get back to what we're talking about. Back in the 1990s, and I wish I could remember, I want to say his last name was Johnson. Coach Johnson was the head basketball coach at Kimball High School. And
Mm-hmm.
every year, Kimball had a team that could win the state championship every year. And you will never
Mm-hmm.
be around a coach that worked his team harder than he did. So we would go watch their games, especially when they played Carter or, when they were in the playoffs and they were playing some of these other state ranked teams. He pulled somebody off the court that wasn't doing what he told them to do, and he'd be reading them the riot act. I mean, kid would be about to cry. Then he'd turn around and walk back to the court to see what his players were doing. His wife would come out of the stands and come down to the kid and say, "Baby, don't worry. You know he'd be like that sometimes." And he would go sit down. It was the funniest thing because, man, he was hard on those guys. But they were going to be in the state championship game every year.
Every year.
And
Every year.
6 or 7 of those kids were going to get a full ride scholarship
Scholarship.
to a D1 school. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the same thing over at Lincoln High School, too.
Yeah.
And I am Terrell in Fort Worth, too, was the same way, too. You know?
Yeah. And Dunbar. Don't forget Dunbar.
Exactly.
And Dunbar
Exactly. I
Dunbar
bet
has
you if you ask
teams
any of
over
those
Fort
kids,
Worth, brother.
I bet you if you ask any of those kids that played under those coaches, what did they think about them? Each one of them will praise them for making them the man they are today. You know? He made me the man I am today. I just happen to hit my wife every now and then, though. It's a tough life, but and that's one of the things. Just talking education right fast, quick, and in a hurry.
Willie, you're cutting out. We
The
lost you
education
there,
system.
I think, for the last 20 seconds or so.
No, I could
Can
hear.
you hear me now? The education system now awards everybody that plays. Not if you win or lose, they just give you a gold star because you played. And that's hurting our race. That's hurting our younger generation.
Yes, sir.
Know what I mean?
Yes. Totally.
It's tough.
It looked
But
like
let's get back to them Cowboys.
it looked like Edward. I think we lost Edward. I mean, I'm
Yes.
not understanding.
Go ahead, Lance.
He's on there. Parker. You back, Harker? Or Lance? Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. I was just saying that I'm not understanding what you guys see in Dallas. I guess it's the I don't know. Only thing when I bet, and I don't bet on Dallas. I just bet they're gonna go over 58 points total or whatever. They normally hit that mark.
You
Yeah,
bet on the over
you're
and
you're
under.
looking at you look at the
Yeah.
game from a different viewpoint than I do because I don't bet.
Mhm.
I don't gamble. I don't gamble at all. I don't. If they won 7-3, I'm happy. I'm just looking at the
Me
game
too.
from wins and losses. And Willie and I disagree. I think there are 6 or 7 win teams. He thinks they can get into double digits.
I know they
So
can't
we're-
they can't make double digits, but Willie's a hopeless romantic, I guess.
I'm a
well,
Cowboy
I mean,
fan. I'm a Cowboy
once-
fan. I'm a
once they-
football fan.
You can be a fan, but you can't be a blind fan. Look, once they
No,
make
no,
this,
no, no,
once
no,
they
no,
play the
no,
Panther,
no.
once they
no.
play Carolina, they got Washington, Denver, Arizona. They might beat the Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, then Chargers, then Washington. That's death row for Dallas. And
It's
this is what
going to
I
be a
can't
tough season for everybody in the NFC. Everybody has to play the same thing.
Yeah, somewhat.
What I
And this is
am,
what
I'm
this
a
is what I don't
hometown
understand.
fan. I'm a hometown fan.
That's all good.
If I
That's
stayed
all
in
good.
Philadelphia, I'd root for Philly. If I stayed
all
in North
good.
Carolina, I'd root for Charlotte. If I stayed in Denver, I'd root for Denver. But I
we get
stayed
the
in the
point.
Dallas-Fort Worth area,
We get the
so I
point.
root for the Cowboys.
And that's what I don't
You know?
understand. You're talking about number 7 will be okay once he gets his legs under him. Now, this is what I always hear, that once the season starts, after that first game, everybody is not 100%. So when this man is already hurt on game 2, when the heck do he heal up?
no, it's not about
100%.
healing up, Lance. Lance, it's not about healing
Well,
up.
he's
It's about
getting
it's
worse.
about the fact that
But
he missed
he looked
7
worse than the first
months.
game.
He
He looked worse
lost
than the first
7
game.
months of actually getting his body ready to play, conditioning. If
Okay.
you've never been a professional athlete, you don't know how important that is. And
Okay.
yes, I told you that last week. He will be better in week 5 and week 6 than he is
Today.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
not going to play anymore? He's going to sit out?
No, Diggs is okay. It's just like coming out of college. The tempo, the rhythm, the speed of the game, you have to now adjust to that. The hitting and the tackling is the same. But now the game, everybody on each position can play now. In college, you may have
when he gonna heal? When is he gonna
good.
heal? When is he gonna heal up to handle these speedy receivers? You can't play zone all the time.
That's what he's saying. He's gonna get better every game, man.
Oh my gosh! And I'm going
like
against
sometimes. You should. You're not a fan. You want them to do bad.
No, I'm saying that about everybody across the board.
You want them to do bad.
I just bet against them. I just bet it on the over and under. Look, I'm just saying when a player comes today, I'm watching what's those two cowboy talks today, talking on First Take, and they're saying the same thing I'm saying. Bland is hurt. He's still out there playing. So you're saying
Bland
he's going to
play.
seal it up? He didn't play this
Bland
week?
didn't play.
Okay,
he didn't play. He hasn't played the game yet.
Okay, good. He got to heal up then. What I'm saying is the guys like Diggs who's playing right now.
Trayvon Diggs.
I'm saying guys like him
Diggs is just coming back.
But he's playing right now. He played last week. He played this week. When is he going to heal up?
This is his first game. That was his first game.
No, he played in that first game.
That was his first game.
He played in that Eagle game. He played in the Eagle game when I watched it.
Trayvon Diggs, no.
Yes.
Diggs just made his first game. I think he just played his first game this past game.
Well, he need to make that his
At least
last game.
He played the entire game. The thing is, they got two good thumping safeties, but they don't have any ball talking safeties. You see, what's that boy number 6 and number 28 coming up making good thumps? They coming up.
Okay.
But see, the thing is, okay, again, it's a matter of execution. If I come up and throw a shoulder into you, that's one thing, but I didn't wrap you up. It's a matter of how well do you play the game. That's what I like about it. Having played the game and knowing how the game goes, and to see somebody else play and say, God dog it, that was a good play. Like you marvel at the catches that some people are able to make. Until you look at and see that he got a size 15 hand, and the football looks like a little tennis ball.
We can't penalize him for that.
No, you can't. But you can accentuate the thing when he makes those one-handed Odell Beckham catches. And whatever happened to that guy?
Well, he's not playing. He's playing for. I think he's with Miami right now, but he's not playing. Look,
right.
Let's talk about. I want to talk about the Indianapolis Colts because I like their quarterback. I'm their quarterback fan. The one who used to play for New York and he got moved, Daniels, and now he's with the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts are 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't had. They had the ball 17 times, offensive drives. They scored on 14 times, and then they turned the ball over with a fumble twice, and then they turned one time over for downs.
Who did they play?
They have yet to punt. They're going to win their division.
Okay.
I mentioned it last week. They're going to win their division.
If they had the Cowboy kicker, they wouldn't have to worry about punting.
Man, nobody wants that Cowboy kicker but the Cowboys.
Everybody. That's another thing. Every field goal kicker now has 59, 60-yard range.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep an eye on them. They beat Miami and they beat
the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons sidelined their kicker. They basically
Yeah,
put their
right.
kicker, made him inactive, and brought in another guy to compete with him. They didn't cut
Right.
him,
Exactly.
but they brought in
And he
somebody.
didn't miss a
Not
kick.
all right, but not all these guys can kick 55-yard field goals. That's a
No.
misconception. But there are about
They
five or
got the
six of
range.
them,
Everybody, all of them got the range.
but they
If
don't
they
have the
don't have the
direction.
range 50 and over, they're not playing anymore.
But I'm just saying,
They're
keep
not
an eye
playing anymore.
out for Indianapolis. They will win that division. Houston ain't nothing.
I like that coach in the white uniform with horseshoe on the helmet. Makes me think of the Cowboys, Texas.
Well, that that team was originally in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
The Indianapolis Colts,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
Baltimore
Kansas City
Colts.
Chiefs.
Baltimore Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs were originally in Dallas. Both.
Both.
I didn't know Baltimore was in Dallas. I know
Yeah,
Kansas
yeah.
City, the Texans.
I think they were both here for a year.
I know the
They were
Texans.
here
Both
pretty
here.
quick.
Who? The Texans.
Baltimore. I don't know
I think
about
they were
the
here in 50. I think they were here in 59. The Colts,
Yeah, the Colts were here and then they left right away.
right? Kansas City was
And
here
then-
for a year in 60, and then they left and went to Kansas City.
And then in 61 is when the Cowboys came.
No, Cowboys started in 60. That's part of the
In
reason.
60?
Yeah, Cowboys' first year was 1960. And Kansas City, they both played in Dallas in 1960. After that, Lamar Hunt moved the Chiefs to Kansas City because he
To
didn't think.
Kansas City.
Yeah, he
They
did
moved
not
the
think.
Texans to Kansas City.
Yeah, they moved the
renamed
Texans
them
to
the
Kansas
Chiefs.
City. Exactly. Yeah. He didn't think
Right.
Dallas
Who was
could.
running back for the Texans?
Man, what was it? Our friend from the University of North Texas or North Texas State, Abner Haynes.
Butch Haynes. That's right.
Yeah,
Abner
that's
Butch
what I
Haynes.
thought. Yeah.
His daddy was a preacher.
Mm.
And he was one of
Yeah.
the worst people in the world. Butch Haynes.
That's one of them old school trivia questions.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah, for
Abner
real.
Haynes is a legend.
Yeah.
He's a legend around Dallas, in Dallas, Texas. Abner Haynes, legend.
Yeah, Abner. Now you talking about high school football and how the coaches treated his players. Yeah, coach used to say, "Hey, the bus wasn't leaving till Butcho got here." The bus
He was a
wasn't leaving
bad
till
man.
Butcho got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. He was. Another trivia question for you, Lance. Who was the Cowboy quarterback in '61?
It wasn't Dandy Don. It was
No, not Meredith. Meredith came later.
yeah. I don't know who it was in 61. I was just
He was
born.
the shortest quarterback in the NFL.
I was born in 61. You two guys have been around for a minute.
I was born in 56.
Eddie
I was
LeBaron.
not that Eddie LeBaron. Yep.
Never heard
He
of
was
him.
what
Never
they
heard of him.
listed him at 5'7". I don't think he was that tall.
Yeah, he might have been 5'1.5". Yeah, that's when everybody was talking about you got to be able to be tall to see over the line.
Mm-hmm.
You know that just messed up Doug Flutie and all them guys.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray for ATL. I mean
5'10".
Arizona.
5'10",
For Arizona.
5'11".
He throws in the lane.
Yeah.
As soon as that lane opened up, he throws that ball.
Yeah, Kyler came from what was South Lake Carrollton, right?
Yeah.
No,
And they
No,
were
he
always
came from-
what
Kyler is from. It's just the other side of McKinney, up 75. Trying to remember the name of that town.
But they were winning the state championships every year.
Yeah, they won
He
3 in a
Kyle
row
Murray
when he was
didn't know nothing
quarterback.
about losing until he got to Oklahoma.
Well, he got to A&M first.
Yeah, he didn't know anything about losing until he got down there.
No. He was at A&M. He was at Texas A&M first losing.
Right,
he
that's what I'm saying.
transferred
He didn't
to
know
us.
anything about losing until he got down there.
Yeah,
Because he
over
was
there.
South Lake Carroll. You sure he wasn't at South
No,
Lake
no,
Carroll?
it was Allen. He was at Allen,
Okay,
Allen High
Allen.
School. Hmm.
Yeah,
Not
one of those
Yes, he was at Allen High School.
Allen.
That is correct.
That's when they built that. Well, they got that big, huge stadium.
Yeah, they got the huge stadium. Yep. But he was
And
winning as a quarterback, running back. When he hit seventh grade, they started planning to win state championships. He was that good in the seventh grade.
exactly, 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 exactly. Because
And not
they have
only
Pee Wee football. Go ahead.
and not only that, he was an excellent track runner
Baseball player.
He,
and baseball
He-
player.
he's fast.
First
He's
first round
fast.
first round pick in baseball.
Right, but chose football.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but they didn't offer him that much money, first round pick. Football
Well,
gave
because they
him
knew
more
he want,
money.
they knew his daddy, who played quarterback at A&M, was a starting quarterback at Texas A&M. His
Yeah, well,
daddy wanted him to play
Mm-hmm.
football. Kevin wanted him to play
he
football.
he went to Allen High
Mm-hmm.
School.
You looked it
Yeah,
up?
yeah. They list him as 5'10". I didn't know he weighed about 207 though. Thought he was a
That's
little smaller
now.
than.
When he
He's,
when he played when he played at Oklahoma, he weighed 180 pounds.
Okay.
yeah, I saw him. Yeah, I saw him just break Texas's heart every time they played.
Dude,
Speaking
it
of
was
which,
it.
UT dropped the number 10 in the polls. That's a little bit. They should be like 12th actually. I think Illinois should be
Well,
ahead of them.
Which
Illinois
yeah,
got
poll,
they
Lance?
they got a
Which
lot of
poll,
opinions. A
Lance?
lot of
Which poll?
the poll that came out today.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't
Cowboys.
looked
I
at it. It's
mean,
coaches poll or the AP poll?
college top 25. College
Well, I mean, which
top
one?
25.
The writers poll. There's a writers poll, Associated Press, and then there's a coaches poll where the
Let
coaches vote.
me
So which poll?
give me a little
One on
second here.
ESPN.
Now everybody, all the polls I've seen have dropped them to 10.
Yeah,
I actually think
they
I think they
a
actually
little
need to
bit.
move them down just a little bit, two more steps below. This is the AP poll
Right.
for.
Okay, and they're ranked 10th.
No, I take that back. That's A&M 10. They ranked 8th.
Okay, that's what I'd heard,
They
is
got,
that they were 8th.
yeah. I thought that was 10th, but that's Texas A&M. I was half
Okay,
asleep when I said
Yeah,
it.
they got Arch Manning a little bit too high. You know,
I
he
told you
hasn't.
that years ago.
Well, he only played 2 years. You know, this is first year really playing. They had, they got the bloodline is too thick, and he's not really that good. He got to mellow into the game. He has
Yeah,
to do a total
his
relaxation. He's trying to
his
make the big play every time, just like you say, like Dak Prescott does. He just got to take what
Prescott's
the
his
defense
fault.
gives him. You just got to
He
take what the
does.
defense gives him.
I'm trying to. His coach made a statement about him.
Sarkisian.
He said about Arch, he's an athletic football player. So if he just let him play athletic football, he'll do really good. But he need him to be better than just an athletic football player, or for athletic quarterback. He need him to actually
Yeah, he
think, and
needs to think. Right.
they'll win
He's
one
not
game.
thinking. You can see that. He is a natural, as he said, athletic guy.
Yeah.
But he is not a take charge, I'm the quarterback kind of guy.
And
If he was more
said,
Kyler Murray-ish, if he was more like Kyler Murray, if he was more like Josh Allen, then they would be a lot better.
he said the same thing that I said before.
Hmm?
He said the same
What?
thing I said before. he can't call those plays like he called last year because Art can't handle them. The little trick
That's
plays,
what it takes.
everybody going to the
Seasoning.
left, everybody going to the right, blah, blah, blah. He said he can't handle. He's a drop back thrower. He's not a gadget guy. He's not a gadget guy. So he said, give him some time.
So why you calling gadget plays then, Sarkeesian?
No, he called gadget last year. Remember last year they were doing
I
something
mean,
new
yeah,
every play.
I saw him with yours. Yeah. I'm
But
a
he don't do
Texas
that.
Longhorn fan too.
I know. So is Edward.
Yeah,
don't have any.
he's not ready.
Yeah.
He's not ready yet.
No, he's
Next
not.
year he'll be really good. Next year he'll be really good.
He's the one that's
If he
supposed to
can
go
keep his
pro
job.
after this year.
No, he's not going pro
No,
after this year. But I actually think that, and I don't know if this is in their lexicon of plays, but I think giving Arch more run pass options, which allow him
Yes.
to use his athleticism in the flow of the game, will open the whole game up for him. Instead of dropping him back right now and making him read defenses and go from 1 to 3 on throw selections, put the pressure on the defense and let him just naturally make plays. That's what I would do if I had him. Yeah, that's what I would do.
That's what needs to be done.
Because that's what Florida did with Tebow. Tebow is not a natural thrower.
Oh man.
So to drop him
Tebow
back
wasn't
would have
even a
been a
quarterback.
disaster. I know, I understand that. He's a fullback.
Yes, trap. He's defensive end. Get him off offense. Yeah. What's that? What Percy Hart? Percy? What's the name? The wide receiver?
Percy Harvin.
Yeah, now that's all they had down in Florida was him. You know, and if he could get it to Percy, because he's one of the. I wonder why he didn't make it in the NFL though.
Well, he did as a kick returner more so than as a receiver.
Right,
Percy was a great kick
on
returner.
A dime and give you 9-cent change.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He was so quick.
Yeah, because he was what Florida had that got them up to the national championship. Because you look at he was way out of his element. You know, drop back passes, he was way out of his. Could he throw a spiral?
I know. But if he was coming at you and you had to make a decision whether it was a running play or a pass play, 7 times out of 10, the defense made the wrong choice. And Tebow had enough athletic ability that if you came up to stop him on the run, he was a big enough young man that he'd throw the ball over the top. And he had guys that could catch it and run away from you.
Percy Harvin.
And if you drop back and let him get up a full head of steam, it was a 20-yard gain.
Yeah, he run like that boy Scatterboo.
Yeah, he did. That's true. And he's a lot bigger than Scatterboo.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what it was. Both of them are fullbacks. If you had to put them in the backfield, that's what he put them.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he put them. But I'm looking forward to see what the Mavericks are going to do this year.
They can stay healthy. They're going to make a deep run. They have a better team
than they had last year.
Well, when the point guard gets back, I will say yes. If he's healthy, when he comes back, on paper, they're a better team. There's no way you can replace Luka, but you can actually build a better team if everybody's healthy. And I think they have a chance
to let him go because he can be replaced.
There's no way to replace that talent.
Yeah. Well,
The guy,
again,
the
the
guy
game
does
of
too many
basketball
things.
has changed. The game of basketball has changed. Luka
Yeah,
is he is one of those guys that would have flourished when you could bounce it 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18 times and back your way down and shoot the fall away. That's Luka Doncic. But he can also shoot the three. But he
right.
cannot play defense, and he's not in basketball shape. Because if you go from the top of the key to the top of the key to the top of the key to the top of the key, hell, them two brothers is running and slam dunking from 45 feet out. You know, if we stop and just look, the game is just woo.
Have you
I can't
seen Luka
imagine.
late? Have you seen Luka lately?
And how much weight he's lost.
Dude, he looks like his head is on somebody else's body.
Right.
He
He
looks like
lost
a
that much
totally
weight,
different
right?
human being. Dude, he
Exactly.
looks incredible.
Right. And that's what Jason Kidd was trying to get him to do down here.
Yeah, but they ran off all his people. When they changed ownership, all of his people, who now, believe it or not, all are in LA working with the Lakers, they ran all his people off. His
That
dietitian, his personal trainer, his physio. Dallas ran all those people off.
because
They
they was feeding him all
basically,
that Czechoslovakian food.
man, he was averaging 35 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. I don't care what you're eating.
But
If you give me 35, 10, and 9, can I get you some more?
the person that he was supposed to guard was also throwing in 35 points.
I understand. I understand all that. I get it.
Because
But you went to
if
the
you can't stop it,
NBA
you can't stop
Finals.
everybody. What good are you?
Well, you get some more
What good are
players.
you?
You get some more players to help him because they went to the NBA Finals with this dude.
Exactly.
So you get him some
Exactly.
help. You get him some help.
And see, if he didn't ever show that he was hungry.
No, he just likes to play
I do believe that.
basketball. He loves to play
Right.
basketball. Boy
I
ain't
think
never gonna be
it was a
hungry.
little bit.
He's so rich,
I'm not.
and he was already making
I'm talking
money
about
when he was in
hungry to win.
Barcelona.
I'm talking about hungry to win. I'm talking about hungry to
Uh,
win.
I think he
He didn't ever.
loves winning.
He didn't ever show that dog like they say it nowadays. You got to have that
No,
dog.
no, no.
He didn't
I'm
ever
gonna
show
take
that.
no, 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 no. Ask Snoop. Ask Snoop Doggy Dog if Luca has some dog in it. Snoop was at the game in Minnesota when Luca showed out on Fly and all them fools, and the dude who was sitting behind the basket when Luca said, "Who's the B now?" with Snoop sitting right there. No, he's got some dog in him. He's just not street like we think of street. He's a different kind of
Right.
dog.
But he played. Okay. Compare Luca to Larry Bird.
No, Larry Bird was American dog. Okay, Luca's from Europe. It's different over there. Larry Bird was
Exactly.
straight
That's exactly what I'm
American
saying. That's exactly what I'm
American
saying.
pit bull dog. So yeah, he's gonna have
Yeah.
this. Larry Bird had the lingo down. He had the body language down. He had everything because that's who he
Yeah.
played in that system. He had to play against brothers all the time to hone his game.
All the time. And see, that's
Right.
what Luca is playing against now, and he doesn't realize. See, black men, all these games we perfected. We perfected
Yep.
these games. Once the white boy let us play the game,
Yeah.
you can look at the rosters. You very seldom see any white boys starting, playing significant minutes, unless they can't do anything but put the ball in the hole. Put it in the hole. That's all they can do. If you hit the open shot. But the game is up and down the floor, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And Luka couldn't do that. Now, when the game settled down to a half-court game, you'd want Luka on your team.
Yeah.
Give me 24 seconds. Luka got bounced at 21 of them. And when everybody collapsed on Luka, he hit the open man.
Right.
That's how he got all this assists. Long rebounds off the threes. Luka got them. You didn't see Luka like he was like Nowitzki too. Same way. Everybody gave Nowitzki credit for winning the ring for Dallas, when actually it was Jet Terry. I have to admire the white person, the white man, in the sense of when he saw all the sports that he was creating and making them professional sports, when he saw that he was not going to be able to keep jobs, that black men coming in were going to take his jobs, he got together and X'd us out. X'd us out of the sports. We couldn't play the sport. And they flourished. All those Hall of Famers, like you can look at people in Canton. Black men are dominating who's nominated into the Hall of Fame now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he sees that again, and he's going to look at it again, and how can he get jobs back? Because he wants to make that big money. That's why he went into USFL, the XFL, and any other XLs that he can get, trying to get him some more jobs. But then he looked around and saw again, Lansing was taking all the jobs. What we have to do is wake up and realize, hey, Donald Trump is turning back the hands of time.
He's trying. Donald Trump has a problem. I don't know if he's realized the problem he has yet or not, but his problem is head count. Everything that he wants to do requires head count. In other words, you got to have people on the job. And if you're gonna run, if you're gonna run 40% of the people away, your industry that you want to have has no workers.
Exactly.
Then you have to come to me hat in hand and try to coax me to come back and work.
Exactly.
I want more money because I don't trust you no more.
Or either you have to create something different. Either you got to create a different kind of work. And he has what, AI?
Yeah, it's not fast enough.
Push.
It's not fast enough. AI 5 years, 7 years down the road, AI may be an option for certain industries to replace X number of workers. It's not there yet. Even the best, biggest, brightest AI company, OpenAI, with ChatGPT, man, they're barely making a profit, right?
Well,
it's going to be 3 to 5 years before they're really truly profitable, and they have something to offer everybody.
And once it becomes profitable and has something to offer to everybody, we need to buy some stock in it right now.
Well, when you can, right now you can. It's a private company right now. But the moment they go public, I'm with you. Buy some shares.
It's the same thing with that Bitcoin thing. Who would have thought 5 years ago that Bitcoin would be where it is right now?
Not me. And I'm going to tell you why I never buy it. I'll never buy Bitcoin. I'm going to give you a prime example. Do you know that you can buy Bitcoin with money? If you got $100,000 in your pocket, you could buy $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, right? If you have $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, you can't buy $100,000.
You can't trade it for $100,000 worth of dollars. You can't get
No, you can't.
$100,000 worth of cash.
No.
Right.
So it really has no value. It's a bet.
Right. But see, that's what I'm saying. Donald Trump will invent something different. Those people that are actually running the world, those people that are actually deciding what's going to happen next, will create something brand spanking. My grandpa told me one time when we were in the Black Power movement in college, and I'd come home one weekend and was sitting out on his porch talking to him, and I was surprised to know that he was keeping up with Martin Luther King and all this kind of stuff. You know, he was really deep into it. And he asked me, he said, Junebug, see, you all think y'all know something about Black Power. So you don't understand. See, the man can tell you, say, look, I'm going to give you $100 for every ounce of rocks you bring me. Now, y'all go bring me some rocks. And you'll go out and bust your butt bringing in all the rocks you can find, getting all the $100 you can find. Then he'll tell you, say, I'm gonna give you $1,000 an ounce. And this all the rocks? This all the rocks? Yeah, that's all the rocks. All right. Well, from now on, rocks is money. See, he can do you like that. That's the power. That's power. Because we don't run the world. And Donald Trump is finding that out, but he knows that already because he's trying to get into that circle. That's why he had my Tesla friend up there with him. And Elon, what did Elon do? Screwed it up and got out of the way.
Yes, he did. Fast as he could once he knew he had messed up everything.
Exactly. Got out the way.
Elon would not know which wrench to pick up if you label them all for him. He don't know how to fix it.
Put together a Tesla. To put together a Tesla.
He would not know.
No. But he knew enough to go and buy $1 billion worth of Tesla stock.
Yep.
And he's already getting ready to what kind of bonuses they give him?
Well, they're trying to make him a trillionaire by bonusing him and giving him some $750 billion worth of something, just to keep him happy, because it's only his name that keeps Tesla where it is, because the Chinese have better electric cars.
Okay, that you mentioned the magic word when you said Chinese, because the Chinese, when Donald Trump and what is that? What's the little popular thing on the computers?
TikTok.
Donald said, cut TikTok. And China said, look here, Elon, you got so many billions invested in China with your projects that you're getting in. This man is going to mess up your money. Get him in line. He came back and talked to Donald. And what did Donald do? Right now, they're getting ready to sell TikTok. He gave it another 90 days. They're getting ready to sell it again. Getting ready to sell it.
Right.
Elon is looking at the moon. Elon is looking at Mars. Elon is looking at Jupiter. Elon is in the space race. And that's what
I know one thing. His head is not on Earth. I can promise you that.
No, because we're not going to be here on Earth much longer. Mankind is getting ready to get up off of Mother Earth.
Willie, I'm going to tell you something. And you can go down to Houston and go to NASA if they let you in, and you talk to anybody that works in the space program. In the next 1,000 years, there will be no man living on Mars.
Living on where?
Mars. Not a chance. Yeah, not a chance.
Man, let me tell you this. Man has from day one assumed that he has a manifest destiny. Manifest destiny.
Then he's a fool.
No. don't estimate man. The very device we're talking on, the very things that we do every day were dreams, were thoughts that some little kid had and went on and did. Man is going to populate as many stars as we can find out there. And the one thing that we have to do, the white man has just finally realized that he has been messing up for years. He messed up by putting us all in jail. He messed up because that kicked us off of his space program. Now he's realized that he can send up the astronauts. He can go to Mars now and come back with the technology that he currently has. But when he gets there, his people won't be able to work because they've lost so much calcium in their bones. They can't stand, they can't walk. And the only other people on the face of this earth who can do that are melanated folks. And he put the melanated folks where?
Well, he put us in the secondary position as human beings. I put it that way. Jail and low income, low wage jobs and very poor education. But I'm gonna challenge you. I'm gonna challenge you on something. Give me 20 years, 20 years that you can even sustain a colony on the moon. Show me that you could even sustain a colony on the moon for 20 years before you start even dreaming about going to Mars. Second, you populate an incredibly inhabitable planet and you are destroying it. So you're going to tell me that you're going to spend more money than the world has ever produced to put a colony on Mars, but you will burn your own house down where you know you can live and sustain. And all you have to do is make billion dollar challenges.
Everybody's been screaming and hollering about we're destroying the planet. We're destroying the planet. They have not just now come to the realization that's about how do you build an igloo style place. They've done it out in the desert. They know that they can do it. The thing now that they have to do is get the rocket, get the speed, get the capacity to go and land on the moon again. That's what the International Space Station is all about. That's what it's all about. Can I live up here? What things can I grow up here? How do I do it? Hydroponics is one of the results of them even thinking about what they can do.
How long? And how long do they stay on the space station?
They're still up there now. They're still floating around.
How long will you allow?
Russians have been up there for years.
They rotate them out. They rotate them out. How long do they let them stay?
And they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna do the same thing.
How long do they let them stay?
They're gonna figure out how to do
rotate
the same thing. See, that's the problem. What I'm telling you, they have made the mistake of not sending people up who have melanin in their skins that could allow them to.
Because everybody they send up, when they come back, their bodies are smaller, their health is worse.
Can't stand up. Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
You know, it's a trip, though. It's a trip. The first black man they sent up blew up on the way up.
Yeah.
The second black person they sent up, Mae Jemison, when she came down, she hit the right ground running, and they ain't been able to catch up.
That's funny, but that's true.
The third one blew up on the way back down. They tried Tang. They tried all kinds of stuff. They got treadmills and everything up there on the space station to try to problem. Science will solve the problem.
I think we will solve the problem of being able to inhabit the moon. I don't think in the next 1,000 years we have the ability to go to Mars.
Let me ask you a question.
Hmm.
In the next 1,000 years, what do you think a car will look like?
There won't be any cars.
What would that be?
There will be individual transportation devices that probably look a little bit like, well, the early versions of them will look like some of these scooters, three-wheel scooters that you see police officers and security people scooting around on. But they will be able to levitate and fly, and a lot of them will probably run on either some form of hydrogen or something along those lines that does not add carbon to the air. So they're going to be
Now,
earth-friendly devices, but they'll be individual
now,
devices.
now, if we invent that for a car, what do you think we're going to do with the airplane? What do you think
Well,
we're going to do with the rocket?
okay, so I understand.
You got to expand the thought.
I understand rockets. I
One
understand
thought got to
rockets.
lead to another.
It's the human. It's the human that I'm worried about, not the machinery. It's the human.
They can put you in a spacesuit and you can walk around, bounce around on Mars right now.
No, they
They
can't
got
right
the
now.
spacesuit that you can wear.
They don't, because
They
they
just
don't
can't
know.
get you there and get you back in a reasonable amount of time of being able to do any job.
Right now,
When you come back with 2 years right now, they say you
there's
go and come
no.
back.
So there's no coming back. If you were able to actually get a live person to Mars, there is no coming back.
Yeah. Why not?
Because we're not capable of actually having the propulsion system. It's a shot in the dark, even when we send these probes, that we're going to be able to land them on Mars where we want to land them.
No, 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 no.
How many have
GPS,
missed? How many have missed?
GPS should tell you. GPS should tell you that man is capable of hitting a rocket coming at him with a missile going out. We can do that already. So
within
technology
a certain range. Within a certain range, I agree with you. Within a certain range, it's like targeting asteroids. Yes, within a certain range, we can do that.
we man, my job in Vietnam was testing all this stuff that we are really accurate with today.
Mm-hmm.
That was what I did in 2 tours.
Telemetry.
I couldn't even come home.
Telemetry. You were a telemetry man.
No, I was operations and intelligence, trying out all this bullshit on the ground in Vietnam. In Vietnam, in 1970, we had the technology. We had the technology in 1970 to shoot a cannon, just to use terms you can understand, just to shoot a cannon 32 miles and come through and knock on your front door and come inside your house, sit down, put the napkin around our neck, and then explode. We could do that. We were that technically sound. They talking about the bunker buster that they dropped.
Mm-hmm.
We've been having stuff sitting over here under wraps. We're ready for a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff is available for mankind that's in the planning stages. You know, it trips me sometimes when people talk about the world is coming to the end, blah, 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 blah. But then they say that that's a Bible over there that says man is going to do things more so than he ever dreamed of before the end of the world. And we've dreamed of beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up. We're going now, man. We're going there. We have to go there because we're destroying this planet. We got to get off of it. And that's one of the reasons the Chinese are telling their people they can't have but one baby.
Well, they changed that. You know that, right?
Populating the world.
They changed that
now
policy.
They realize because now they realize that, hey, if we have to go into a war, which we will do, because we have to expand our country, and war is inevitable with man. It's tough sometimes when you think about what can happen, and you got to open your head to all the possibilities thereof. Because this thing is about to get really, really nice, really nice. You know, the thing is, going into outer space, we have to unite. We can't be Mexican. We can't be Japanese. We can't be American. We can't be French. We have to be human. That's one thing we got to thank Jimmy Carter for. Humankind. Because we're going to meet other people coming back. This and if we're not unified, they'll break us off one by one. They'll break us off. And right now, when we stop and look at the world and we say African American, Mexican American, Japanese American, we're hyphenated Americans. That's what separates us. That's what separates us. We separate ourselves in our mind. And if we ever get to the point of getting up in outer space, and we have to do that, there's no doubt we must leave the planet. That's why they call this Mother Earth. Freudian slip. But it's the truth. This is the incubator for all of us. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? The only thing is, right now we just don't have the speed of light. We don't have that technology that can get us two light years away within our lifetimes. We don't have that technology. You can bet your bottom dollar they're working on it, though.
I don't
Aberdeen, Maryland,
I don't think that's a technology.
What? To be able to go to the speed of light?
Yeah, I don't think that's a technology.
What is it?
I think that's a reality that you can witness but not duplicate. Because
they're gonna do that, man. It's just like
you personally, as matter, cannot travel at the same speed as your future self. You can only travel a little. You can get close to it.
You can.
No, you cannot meet your future self. You cannot meet your future self.
Well, now that's another thought that somebody also is working on. Time machine, time travel.
I understand, but it's like you cannot go back to something that does not exist. The past does not exist.
Who's to say that? Who's to say that?
What? The past does not exist.
Now, if Einstein's and his theory of relativity is true, which science says it is,
it's a theory. It's a theory. It's a theory.
And the math proves it is.
It's just a theory.
It's just the same thing as talking. It's the same thing as talking sports. When they say that on fourth down and so many yards that you should go for it because the theory says you should. Stats, statistics.
You're forward. Now you're forward looking. That's forward looking. That's not backward looking. Once you run the play and you don't make it on fourth down, you can't go back and do it again because it's over.
But the statistics tell me that I should do it again the same way every time. If it's fourth and five,
different environment. Again, you're talking about the future. But you're still talking about the future, not the past. That's the future, not the past.
I'm talking about statistics.
I know, but that's the future, not the past. Stats?
No, that's the present.
Forward looking.
That's the present.
No, that's not the present. It's definitely not the past.
Are you a forward-looking brother?
The only thing I think about is the future. The only thing I think about is the future. not the past.
That's the future.
You can't
to
go
be
back.
able to go the speed
You
of
can't
light,
go
to be
back.
able to go the speed of light.
Not that, no, not that future, because that's a future that doesn't exist. The moment,
Nothing in the future exists right now
there
in the
you go.
present,
So you
but we're
can't get
going
there.
there.
You can't get there.
We're going there.
You
Look,
can't get
there it
there.
is. It's right there in front of you.
You can't get there.
Yes, you can, because you know
You're
why
in
we
the
can get
present.
there.
You're in the present.
Right,
When you
and we're
dream,
always
now,
looking for
okay,
the
when you
future.
dream, if you dream, okay, I'll give it to you in your dreams.
No. I give it to you in the present.
No.
You know what it's called?
Once you're there, it's called the present.
You know what it's called right now? It's called the calendar. It's called the calendar.
Are you in today or
It's,
tomorrow? Are you
I'm
talking to me
looking
today
at
or
that thing, and it's
tomorrow?
saying that day is going to come. It's saying
Right. For some
will
people, for
overcome someday.
for some people, tomorrow will come. For some people, it will not come.
That's right. They'll die.
Exactly. In the
They'll
present, they
die.
will die. They will die in the present. They will not die in the
And that
future.
future is no more.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm 78 years old, and I look at my mortality, and I would hope that everybody would start looking. I remember being 21, and the thought would never come into my mind until I got to Vietnam and saw how quickly you could die,
Mm-hmm.
and realized that, hey, you're here today and gone tomorrow.
Yep.
And if you can be gone tomorrow, there will always be tomorrows. There will, as long as there's a man alive, there will be a tomorrow. And that's the future.
Right. And
that's
he hopes
the future.
that he will be in it.
And I hope
when he's
that I
in
can
it,
pass it on to my grandkids.
He'll be in
and
the
it'd
present.
be a better future for them. I mean,
Yeah.
look at what all our folks in slavery did.
Yeah.
We had a dream of the future. One day we all will be free. We said it in our songs.
Mm-hmm.
We've always had dreams. I did a play, Simply Heavenly, and one of the lines in it was hop, hop, as long as I lives in hopes that the future will be better. And that's what we got to get to. It's just like football, basketball. Each generation is going to be able to play the game better than the last generation. Each generation will cause the games to change, to adapt to the audience that's looking at them. Remember when there was no 24-second clock in basketball?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now, what do you think the future of basketball is?
That's a good question. I haven't really given that much thought.
They thought the players would be taller, and they are. Back in the day, it wasn't a lot of stuff.
But they built arenas that don't allow them to widen the court in the way that they need to. Court needs to be wider.
I remember the question was, will it go from 10 feet to 11 feet, the goal height, due to the tallness of the players?
They put in the Lou Alcindor rule, don't dunk it. That's when they started talking about going up to 11 feet.
I thought that was Wilt Chamberlain rule. No dunk.
No, that was.
I mean, well,
Alcindor.
Wilt in the NBA and Lou Alcindor in college. Yes, But you remember when we were coming up, man. You never hardly could. A 7-foot person was completely out of imagination. The tallest boy in our high school was one of them, Baby Latra, 6'7". That was the tallest guy in our school. Everybody else, 5'11", 6'1", 6'2".
Right.
But that was back then. But nowadays, everybody got 7 foot people on the team. You look like you could find them just falling out of the sky. That's just like football. Jerry Jones, starting guard for Arkansas. How big was Jerry?
Right.
170, 180 pounds.
Yeah,
And
that's
look
true.
at what the guards was playing today. 300. What somebody said a while ago? 305. Look at the future. The future is right before your eyes. You got to be able to understand what's happening. That's like if you're in the investment business and you get a stock that's on the road and you put some money in it, you become a millionaire overnight.
Players nowadays got the same mentality as Edward. Edward's lean machine.
Well, it depends on the position that you play. Everybody's needs are different depending on what you're being asked to do. I mean, the coach is going to come to you and tell you that I need you at 225 because I need you to be able to run. I need you to be able to rush the passer, and I need you to be able to run with the tight end down the seam. You can't be at 245 anymore. So he wants you at 225. If
You
he
see, they
needs you as
cut
a
that.
run stopper, he'll say, son, 245 is not enough. I need you to put on 10 pounds. I need you at 255 because I need you to be able to set the edge and stop the run.
They cut that boy from Tampa Bay, that one that played for Florida, the 6'2", 485 guy.
Okay.
They cut him because he didn't lose any weight.
He can't move.
I mean, he did good.
There's nobody at that size that's going to be able to move, man.
No, he was moving at first until they took him from the lineup and put him on that weight loss thing, and he never materialized. So they didn't have to pay him.
That's the same thing as taking Beyonce and telling her she's overweight. She needs to lose her bootylicious.
I'm just saying, a guy who was that big, I wouldn't even block him. I would leave him unblocked. And I'd run at the edge because I'd run at the edge of him. He couldn't get there.
Man, you couldn't run at him.
No, you would not run at him. That would be foolish. I wouldn't even block him.
Well, they blocked Refrigerator Perry. They run away from him.
Refrigerator Perry weighed 325 pounds.
Yeah, but
and he was huge for that day. He didn't weigh 400 and something pounds.
That's the future.
No. 400 and something is not the future. 350 might be the future, not 450.
Well, it's going to get to be that same thing, man, because the game is going to change. Right now, just like you just got to saying about,
explode.
Just like you saying about, I need you to be able to stop the run up the middle. Now they got exercises that'll put that muscle mass on you. They got all. They can even increase your speed.
I'm gonna put something to you guys.
They can even make you taller nowadays.
You may not have thought about.
Exactly.
You can increase your musculature at such a rapid rate that you impose things on your heart, on your tendons, and your ligaments that they cannot adapt to fast enough. You see more hamstring injuries, more ACL injuries, more young men dying of heart attacks in both basketball and football than ever before, because the heart can't take what some of these coaches and trainers are asking these young men to do, and they are dying.
That's true. That's true.
The heart doesn't adapt that fast.
But at the same point in time, medical science is working on ways to let your body adapt to that.
They're trying.
Medical science is working on a pill.
They don't even.
They're working on a pill right now that you can take.
I'm going to tell you something. NBA teams. The Mavericks 4 years ago were the only exception. the NBA teams, the team doctors, the owners of these teams think it's too expensive for all of these people they bring in to play on their team to have a complete check of their heart to set a baseline so they can understand when their hearts are too stressed. They won't pay for it. You're going to see people dropping. You're going to see people. The Mavericks were the only team, the only exception. When Mark Cuban owned them, and the guy who's my orthopedist, Dr. Sorial, was the team doctor, he told Mark we need to do this, and the Mavericks were the only team that did it. The NBA as a whole, yeah. So the Mavericks
But now that's the question, man. Now the Mavericks, this is, okay, professional sports, you've heard it said a million times, is monkey see, monkey do. If it's working for you, I'm going to try it too. You heard that statement a billion times.
Sure.
And that's the way the game is. That's the way it used to be. You couldn't find a nigga on a white football team. But now look at the University of Alabama, the University of Georgia. Look at the University of Tennessee. Look at
Alabama was
Arkansas.
the last one.
No, Alabama was not the last one. Alabama was one of the first ones. I'm going to tell you the game. Bear Bryant invited John McKay to bring his USC Trojans to Tuscaloosa to play Alabama. And
Sam the Bam Cunningham.
USC walked up and down the field on Alabama. The next year, Alabama had black players. Cunningham.
I remember he said he had to get him some of those.
Yeah.
Gotta get us one of them. You know, dang, coach, we need one of them.
Hey,
Sam the Bam Cunningham changed his mind.
Edward, I told Willie that you had something to do with you work with Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett.
Crockett, yeah, Jasmine.
No. I correspond with Jasmine a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
she's supposed to be giving us some money for the run back.
The redistricting, it doesn't affect her, right?
Not yet. She doesn't know yet. So there's a lawsuit. What they're trying to do is they're trying to force Jasmine, the young man from Fort Worth, I can't remember his name right now, and the lesbian woman from Richardson or North Dallas. They're trying to force the three of them into the same district.
And would they have to run against each other? And
they would have to run against each other, or one of them would have to decide, or one or two of them would have to decide on maybe doing statewide races instead of a district race. So right now, what Jasmine's trying to decide is whether or not she wants to run in the district. If she stays the same as it is, she's fine. She'll run into her district, the 30th. If it's a new district, she has to decide whether she wants to potentially run against a Democrat, or if she wants to run for a statewide office. And I don't know what that statewide office would be, because it's really only the Senate that's going to be up, unless she wants to try to run for lieutenant governor or something like that, which would be
against Royce West.
Now that's his state Senate seat. So Royce is safe if he wants to keep that seat.
No, we talk about Jasmine Crockett.
But Jasmine could beat him, I think. I think she could beat Royce.
Well,
Willie likes Royce.
I don't think she can beat Royce. I mean, Royce.
Y'all grew up together, so I understand.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can understand what you're saying, because Royce hasn't done anything at Vanguard. He's more interested in representing, what's the boy, Rice from the Chiefs.
Rice.
High profile.
Yeah.
Right. He's more interested in his legal things than working down in Austin, making laws. He ain't into that no more. He's just taking the prestige, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him because Royce, he grew up on Harambe too. Jasmine,
Right.
she's growing up on Harambe. You know, hell, I almost shot Royce West one time. I'm leaving Lance, and he over. I saw somebody bit it over behind the bumper of my car. You know, hey, I hollered at Royce West putting a bumper sticker on my car. Nigga, how you know I want a bumper sticker? He put no bumper sticker on my car.
That's wild, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, you
hey,
know.
quick, back to sports real quick. Cleveland, what they're gonna do with Shador? I think they're gonna trade him. I still stick by that Erwin, and they're gonna trade that brother sooner or later.
Now, the only way that Shador leaves Cleveland is if they make the mistake of putting him on the practice squad and he's gone in 10 minutes. If
Well,
they
they
put him on the
say he's
practice
been on
squad.
the They said he's been on the practice squad. That's what
No, he
rumor
is not.
said.
He is not. He has not been on the practice squad because they have to announce those things. There's never a rumor about who's on the
Oh,
practice squad.
oh.
No, that's something you
Yeah,
have to notify the
they snatch
NFL
him
of.
quick.
Yeah, yeah, that's a
Well,
You know,
notification
if
list.
Shadua Sanders is put on the practice squad, he'll be in Carolina in 13 seconds.
Not
Or
Carolina,
New
not
Orleans,
Carolina.
or New Orleans.
He'll be in New Orleans. He won't be in Carolina. That quarterback is
Now,
proved himself.
Bryce Young ain't showed nothing in Carolina.
Yes, he has so far. He's upgraded.
But I'll
I
agree with
mean,
Willie. I will agree with Willie on this point. If Carolina had a shot at getting him and bringing him in and making him a backup, they would do it. I just think I think New Orleans is first in line,
New
and
Orleans should.
they definitely need a quarterback.
And
yeah,
I was if
Spencer
I
Rattler
was
ain't the answer. To what?
Cincinnati need a quarterback.
They
But
signed two
since Joe
today.
Burrow got hurt,
Yeah, they signed two quarterbacks today.
Okay, McCarthy. They need a quarterback and a running back from Minnesota.
Yeah,
and it's a little bit fast. See, you got to look at McCarthy as just coming out of college because he missed all of last year.
right.
Missed
Look
all
like
of
he's
last
gonna
year.
miss.
So he hasn't
4
had a
games
chance
this
to
year.
adjust to the speed.
Yeah,
He hasn't
they
had a
are
chance
going
to adjust
to
the speed.
Minnesota has invested too much emotional capital into him. They're not going to bring
Mm-hmm.
anybody in to compete with him and potentially break him emotionally. They will not do that. Carolina, they just won't do it. I'm just trust me on it. They won't do it.
Nah,
Carolina
Carolina won't.
will bring somebody in to compete with Bryce Young
I don't think so.
because this is his third year. If
Well,
they're
they
not
tried to
winning,
bring.
if they're not winning, they will look to
It's
bring somebody in to compete with
but
him.
it's not on. It's not on him. It's
I
basically on the
understand that,
defense.
Lance. I understand that. They will still
Well,
bring
if you
somebody in to
understand that,
compete with
if you
him.
understand that, then why would you
Because
compete with him?
that is what the league does. It is a model, and a
That's the
lot of
league,
teams,
not the team.
yeah, they'll do it. This is their coaches. They had a brand new coach last year. This is his second year. He goes bad again this year. He's on the hot seat next year. He's going to throw everything
Yes,
against the wall and see what sticks.
exactly.
Well,
Bryce Young is like Teddy Bridgewater. They are cerebral quarterbacks. When the game has changed,
he's
the
playing.
game
He's
you
playing
can see
too.
who Teddy Bridgewater
Bridgewater.
is sitting on the. Yeah, he's backing up. Who is he backing up? I just saw him the other day.
I seen him
You
the
know,
other
sitting
day. I want to say
one team that played.
Charger, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Not
I
the
know he
Chargers.
signed. I know he signed with somebody, but I
It's a
can't
team
remember
down
who
in
it
the
is.
south, in Atlanta. Who did the Chargers play?
Was it Jacksonville, Miami, Tampa Bay?
Yeah, that's who he backing up. Jacksonville. He in Jacksonville.
Okay.
That
What's that?
quarterback.
Yeah,
good. Cam.
yeah. Bridgewater is a Florida boy. You see that,
Yeah.
and that's what's going to happen with Bryce Young if Bryce doesn't come, because Bryce doesn't run. Price doesn't. He's not doing what all those other big bully white boy quarterbacks are doing. And Lamar Jackson has changed the whole game. He and Patrick Mahomes have changed the whole game.
He's in
They
Tampa
changed
Bay.
the whole game.
He's in Tampa Bay. He's backing up
He's in Tampa Bay.
Baker.
Yeah,
Backing up Baker.
Backing up Baker Mayfield. That's
so
right.
he probably won't play because Baker will play through injuries. So Teddy's got a nice paycheck and a nice job, right?
That's what he did.
Okay.
That's what he was. He was coaching high school football.
Right.
Wasn't he coaching high school football?
Yeah, he got in trouble.
What did he get in trouble for?
Got in trouble for feeding somebody or something, or helping kids out.
He helped the kids come to school. He buys them phones, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. See,
basically like paying them.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly, y'all keep up with do y'all keep up with WNBA?
The who?
Y'all keep up with WNBA?
The women's league.
Yeah, I do. Actually,
yeah,
I'm looking. I've been watching a little bit of the playoffs here and there. I watched a few games during the season when I got a chance. I like the Lynx. I like the Lynx, and I like the Aces.
Hey, that's who I got playing for the championship.
Yeah.
Best player in the WNBA is
Nafisa.
That's her, man. That girl is good.
Yeah, she is, man.
It is really good. She's good looking.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, Nafisa can play.
So she outdid the other lady, AJ, whatever her name is.
Mm-hmm. Asia Wilson.
Yeah, she got a little too complacent, I think, this year.
Well, what happened to Vegas is they're an older team. They've been to the mountaintop 2 out of the last 3 years. At the beginning of the season, they basically all simply shrugged and said, let's not run out of gas this year, because they ran out of gas last year in the finals.
They ran out midway this year.
This year, from the midway point on, they've been the best team in the WNBA.
Yeah.
They half-assed it for the first half of the year. Since then, I mean, the last time I looked, their winning streak was 16 games.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been blowing teams out.
Yes.
And Paige Becker got Rookie of the Year.
That makes sense. That was easy.
Yeah, she's got a little sexy girl with her movement.
She's got some game too. She can shoot, man.
Oh yeah, she's a baller.
What's the girl up in Minnesota that retired from Connecticut that married the guy in prison?
Yeah, her name was Maya Moore.
Maya what? Maya Moore. That was the best. That was the best.
She was probably the best.
Player.
Yeah, she was great. She was a great basketball player.
Very good.
And that was a tough decision for her. That had to be a tough decision for her.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Well, she went overseas and made that millions one time, and she said, "I can live on this."
She I think she had made a little bit of money endorsing and all that kind of stuff, but for her to give up, and well, she gave it up because she wanted to get him out of jail because he was innocent. To devote her time to a cause is a hell of a choice.
Yeah, oh yeah. I did not understand it at the time because I thought she could play and still fight for him. So I really didn't understand it.
Yeah.
But, do what you got to do, I guess. What you think is right.
That's what she did. And we may disagree with that for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I wanted her to play a little bit more.
And like you're saying, man, time goes on.
It was something you said about... What's
that girl with... She's here with the wings, the shooting guard.
Paige Beckers.
Not Paige, the sister.
The little African girl. She got an African name or something?
Yeah. She's not an African, but she's a sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boot or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can fire that rock. She can fire that rock. And she's
And
looking at
it
the
was
future of women's basketball. It's
yeah,
going to be some.
she had a rough year this year staying healthy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you mentioned something about track earlier, that they were better
Mm-hmm.
now than then. I used to think the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. I thought Carl Lewis couldn't hold a candle to a boat. Well, they got it where the
Mm-hmm.
difference between their speed is only 0.2 seconds.
That's a lot. That's quick. I mean,
That's not a
what do you
whole
saying
lot
run?
different between
5.9? I mean 9.5. What you saying run?
he ran
9.5?
9.58, and Carl Lewis runs
Yeah.
a 9.76. So there's not too much difference between their times.
Yes, it
About
is.
four.
Yes,
It's
it
about
is.
4 yards, dude. It's about
I
4
know, but
yards.
I mean,
what 2 seconds? But it's not that compared to how we trained back then in the 70s to the 2000s.
Mm-hmm. I see
but
what
now see,
you're saying. Are you saying that you think if Carl Lewis had the same training technologies that he could run as fast as Usain Bolt?
Correct.
that may
The
be
numbers are
true.
even the numbers are
Yes,
even
that's
showing it.
well. The numbers
But
don't
now you
show it
also got to look at the
because he
thing.
never did it. So there are no numbers to show it. But
I mean,
the
you know how
premise,
they
the
do.
And Carl
premise,
was
the
running
premise is okay.
100-yard dash. Carl was doing
Yeah,
a
but
100-yard dash,
No,
wasn't
no,
he?
no, no. In the Olympics, it's been meters since what 48.
Right.
I think they've run meters.
And
oh really?
and
I didn't
and
know that.
Yeah,
over here in America, we run a 100-yard dash.
yeah.
And
Up
then, like you
until
said,
the
in the
19
Olympics, we
into
run
the
100 meters,
right.
Well, this
10
crap
yards
they.
longer.
So what I'm just saying, it's not that much difference. I thought it was, but it's not.
Not Lance. I'll say this amongst the elitist, the most elite athletes. I
Mhm.
will agree. I will agree with you at the very top of the food chain that the elite athletes, and I will go back to 1960. From 1960 to today, the most
That's Bob
elite
Hayes now.
athlete, that's Bob Hayes, the most elite athletes, if you gave them the same nutrition, training, they understood rest, rehabilitation, all that stuff, then I think you have an argument, but only at the most elite levels. The mid level people, no chance.
Mhm.
Well, then you'd have to look at it from a different perspective then, Ed, because if you had the training available to the mid-level people, those people who are in the mid-level would be able to increase their times too. Lower levels, high school,
But
junior
it but
high
it wouldn't
school,
be it wouldn't
everything
it
would change.
wouldn't it
No,
wouldn't be it
everything would
wouldn't
change.
be it wouldn't be competitive at the championship level. There are body
Yes,
types,
it would.
and there's your
Yes, it
physical
would.
structure. Your physical structure is going to limit you in some cases. No matter how much better the training is, the nutrition, the rest, the
Well,
rehab,
then
your physical structure is going to limit you.
that shoots holes in your argument
No, it doesn't. I
because
said
if it does not, if it,
the most elite
okay,
of the elite are there not just because of training,
everybody would change. Everybody would change.
but
Everybody
It would
would change.
enhance everybody.
your body, basic structure of your body, physics doesn't change that much. If you're 6'3", you're going to be 6'3", whether it was 1960 or 2025. If you're long,
Not if you
lean
put in the
muscles,
new training
no, no,
regimens.
no.
Not if
I
you
don't
put
get
in the
any
new
taller.
training regimens.
I don't get any taller just because of training methods.
Yeah, but your body structure changes.
Not enough. Not enough.
Everything
If
changes.
I'm a mid-range person, it doesn't change enough to get me to a championship level.
Now, if I just give a guy who's running 9.7 and a 100-yard dash, 9.7. If I give him some leg weights if I give him some elastic bands, if I give him some vitamins, he's going to be able to run 9.5. If I got
the guy who ran 9.5 that beat him before is now running 9.3.
That's because of the training, and that's going to flow
Right.
all
So
the way back
that guy
high
who ran,
school.
that's right. That guy who ran 9.7, who can now run 9.5, he's not on the podium. He's fourth place. He's not championship level.
If he's in fourth place, he increased his speed. That'll go down to the college level.
That doesn't make him.
That'll go down to the high school level. That'll go down to the high school level.
I agree.
That'll
That
go
doesn't
down
make
to
him
the
a
junior
champion.
high level. That'll go down to the
doesn't make him a
Pee-wee.
champion. That doesn't make him a champion.
It makes him a champion at the Pee-wee level.
It makes him better.
It makes him a champion junior high.
No, he was losing.
It makes
He
him
was
a high
losing
school
in
champion.
junior high. He was losing in junior high too. The guy who was beating him in junior high
your new training
is
regimen,
now
not going to
faster.
continue to lose.
Everybody's training better. The guy who was beating him in junior high is training better. The guy who's beating him in high school is training better. So he's still fourth place.
Which increases his time.
He's still fourth place.
Increasing his time. It's lowering his time.
We're talking about the guy in 2025 is running a 9.5. Now, if you take the guy who was in 1980 running a 9.7 and you bring him up to 2025, he's going to catch that guy.
No, he won't.
But using his 2025 regimen,
no, he won't.
Training, his learning.
No, he won't. No, he won't.
He will.
Lance, he won't. He won't. Because of human evolution. Whatever I was doing in 1980, before my older son was born in 1987, those genetics were passed on to him. If I had better training, better rest, better nutrition, all of those things in 1980, I would have passed those things on.
If I would have took the 1980 Edwin and put him to train like the 2025.
Time doesn't stand still. Time doesn't stand still, my friend. It does not stand still.
Talking about it don't stand still.
Yeah, you are eliminating evolution from your equation, and you can't do that. I don't talk in foolishness. I don't talk foolishness, man.
You just eliminated yourself.
No, I didn't.
You eliminated.
I said if in
now,
1980.
By saying if.
But that's the only thing I can do because that's the past. It's done and dusted. Nothing I can do about it.
No, you didn't hear what Lance said.
No, he's not.
Well, I heard what Lance said.
Edwin is so logical, Dr. Spock, that you don't want to open up.
No, I mean I understand the argument, but time doesn't stand still to allow that to happen. I would love to have those glory days. It's not going to happen.
We're not saying it's going to
happen. Now, you got to understand this. If you want to compare apples and oranges, that's just like comparing Jerry Rice to Paul Warfield. Who's a better receiver? If
Jerry Rice is a better receiver.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Paul Warfield snag?
Yes, I did. I actually saw Paul Warfield in person at the Cotton Bowl against Cowboys.
Well, then you can't argue because Paul Warfield had hands the size of a basket.
Jerry Rice had two drops his entire career.
No, he didn't. But
two.
that brings us to the point of Willie Totten and all that kind of stuff. You know, black athletes at the time. But the point is, if you take a guy who, like, take Bob Hayes, just to use a name. Bob Hayes ran 9.2, 9.1 in the 100-yard dash. If Bob Hayes, Bullet Bob, had run against Usain Bolt with the same training that Usain Bolt had, I bet you Bob had beat him 10 times out of 10.
I agree.
The same training. That's all Lance is saying. And I agree. I agree because, and furthermore, it's going to flow all the way down the range. I mean, if everybody that's like saying, okay, Jerry Rice claimed that the reason he could catch so good was because his daddy used to throw bricks at him. That he had to catch the bricks. If everybody had that training, look at what Walter Payton did. Walter Payton said he was so good because he had to run up this hill. He ran this hill. This is my training. Hell, he had people down there running hills with him every day, just trying to do the same thing. If the training method, that's in 10 years, Usain Bolt's record may be gone, unless they find out that Usain was on crack or something, just like FloJo. People gonna get faster, taller, stronger, and every record that's out there right now is gonna be Polo Emmett's record. Might be the last one standing because people ain't gonna play that long.
50,
so?
LeBron basketball.
56 games, 56 straight games of getting a base hit. That may never be touched.
Joe DiMaggio. I mean, yeah, because the pitchers are getting better. But at the same point in time, whoever would have thought 4 or 5 home runs in the game?
Right.
How long ago was that? You know, everything must change. Everything will change. You just got to realize it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Like, okay, Muhammad Ali made the best statement I've heard concerning this. David Frost asked Muhammad Ali if he was better than the boxers in the past. And Muhammad Ali compared it to airplanes. In the past, they had props, propeller-driven planes. Now you have jet planes. Who's to say which is the better? Because I get there faster. Is that the criteria? What's the future holds? We're gonna get stronger people. Look at the world's strongest man. Those people that be lifting all that dead weight for what? Every year.
That's Edward category.
Well, as I was telling somebody the other day, all you have to do is actually go year by year and look at the World Powerlifting Championship records.
Mm-hmm.
And
every year it's a different record.
What you'll see is it's like ounces difference. It's not a huge difference. Even when somebody breaks a squat record or a bench press record or a deadlift record or something like that, they're not breaking it by much. And the reason for that is there's an actual limit to what the human body can do based on adaptability over a period of time. So I can make my biceps, my quadriceps, my buttocks, my chest, I can do all these things and make them larger and stronger. My ligaments and my tendons and my vital organs don't evolve or change at the same rate. And because of that,
but with a lot of those guys, and I know
some of them personally, they're injured for 18 months.
Oh, because that's a lot of weight.
Chest and their triceps can do something
spine
that their biceps can't handle, and they tear a biceps muscle, and so on and so forth.
But at the same point in time, the training methods also change and adapt. Why? Just look at what happened once they put the belt, once they allowed them to wear the belt.
And straps on their knees and elbow,
exactly.
And things on their elbows. Yes, I know all that. I competed in all that. And I've
And
seen
that's what he's
guys,
saying. That's
I've
what he's
seen
saying is
guys
that the
blow
training
out
methods
both
will
knees on a
alleviate the
squat.
change. Yeah, true.
And
And
it
what gets
wasn't
me though
10
was,
years ago, and it wasn't 15 years ago, it was 2 years ago.
what? You know better than that, man.
No, I was there at the United States Powerlifting Championships. I saw a guy
Mm,
under 800 pounds, right
mm,
at 800 pounds, blow out both knees.
mm.
That's why they have
Because
those.
that's just like the difference of being able to squat or clean and jerk
Yeah,
or
all that stuff.
whatever. You know, the different and there's different levels for all that. And it's gonna come. It's gonna come a time when, just think, if all of these strong buck brothers had an opportunity to do the training in those sports. Look at the little guys that can ride a bicycle forever. If they had an opportunity to get in the Tour de France,
Mm-hmm.
look at all the possibilities thereof. You know, that's the same thing we were saying earlier when the white boy kept you out of this stuff because he knew you were going to take over. And it's the same thing today. We wouldn't have ever had to fight if the sheikh hadn't put up the money.
Right.
Ain't no boxing order sanction this fight. They would never, the WBO, WBC, WBA, they'd never let them two people fight each other. But homeboy said, I got the money. I'll rent the stadium. We'll hold the fight. You'll make, and you'll make. Let's go. Let's do it. All right.
Right.
And he was expecting Canelo to win. Because if you look at it, when y'all look at it and get a chance to look at it after the fight, you know, when they announce the winners and all that stuff, Canelo is as humble could be.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you know, he still thinks that he won. He didn't go into no changes or nothing about it. He still can't believe that he lost.
Oh,
he can't believe it.
He knew he lost.
He sure did. He sure did.
So Willie,
I mean, you know, from the statements that when they put the mic in front of his face, the statements that he makes, when you get a chance, Ed, listen to what he says and how he says what he says. You know.
So
yeah.
Willie, you spent 20 years in the Army?
No, I did 2 years, 6 months, 3 days, and 13 hours.
So that was all in Vietnam fight.
Yeah, I did 2 years in Vietnam. Two tours.
And you got a Purple Heart finally.
No, I ain't get no Purple Heart. They owe me a Purple Heart. I got blown off a bunker and still got a pinched nerve in my neck.
So I thought you got the Purple Heart. I thought you got the Purple Heart a few years ago.
No, they didn't send me the Purple Heart. I'm still mad at the Army. I'm still mad at the Army. Tell me I have to. Right, I didn't fill it out and send it back in time. I had to appeal, and they still haven't ruled on the appeal because they owe me. They have to give me some more money. They ain't giving up no more money.
Yeah.
Trying to keep me down. I could use another couple of $100,000 a year.
And then you
know what I mean?
Yeah, you've been in 16 movies at least as an actor.
45
right?
major motion pictures.
45.
Yeah, 45 major motion pictures.
When did you sneak them in there, Willie?
You haven't seen my resume? I don't put everything on the resume, man.
Yeah, I thought it stopped at 16.
That's what's on the resume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't put all the stuff on the resume, that I've done on the resume because it didn't have no room.
Oh, okay.
I've done over 250 live stage plays as an actor, another 175 or so as a director. You know, taught
Yeah.
at the African American Museum for now that'd be close to 20 years, almost it seems sometime, man.
That's
Yeah.
Edward Buddy also,
Who?
Dr. Washington.
Doctor 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 Washington, Doctor Robinson,
Robinson.
Harry. You know him?
Edward might have got off for a second. Yeah,
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah, me
I'm
and
listening. I'm listening.
yeah,
he
Harry
was
and I go
asking you, did you
way back to Bishop College.
he was saying that you know Harry Robertson.
You know, I know Harry.
No, Willie's asking you if you know him.
I know Harry Robinson, of course.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Harry been around
Harry's
eons.
birthday is today.
Oh my.
Yeah, he a Virgo. Yeah, Harry's a real person. I mean, real person.
Harry's one of them Louisiana boys.
Yep.
The last time I
Yep.
was in there,
Yeah.
it seemed like he was prepping somebody to take over, though. It seemed like.
Well, Harry's not
No, that's
running
the problem.
the museum anymore.
Do what now?
That's the
I said
problem.
Harry is not running the museum anymore.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah, that's the problem, man.
He's still the face of the museum, but they brought in another African American man. He was a now retired professor from UTA, who basically
Now, Dr. Delaney. Now,
CEO.
Dr. Delaney is not running it. Margie Reese is interim over there, and they are actively searching for
Okay, is
someone
Delaney
to
gone?
take her
Because
place.
the last time we rented the place for, and this was back in the fall, we had to go through him.
To Dr. Delaney, or you go to Michael.
We went through Dr.
Michael
Delaney.
is but Delaney. Yeah, Delaney is not running it. Delaney, Margie Reese is the interim person at even the city brought Margie in. Margie's like the gunslinger when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah, Margie is the one that sent me to Atlanta to help learn how they did the Black Arts Festival. And we came back, and that's when we started working with the Harambe. That was nice to have a. It's a lot.
Edward,
Go ahead.
You gonna make it, Edward? You gonna make it to the Harambe this year?
Yeah, that's what you need to do, brother.
Yeah, Edward's too busy. It looked like it's close to his time to prayer. He might be doing his prayer. I don't know. He's a Muslim.
Is it that time of night?
Yeah.
What time do we stop this?
Whenever we stop it.
Oh man.
You guys is going on. There's a friend of mine who want to start a podcast about dating. And
as in dating.
Yeah. As dating over 50.
Oh, right.
You guys will be good at talking.
No, I can't do that because I'm married over 50.
Yeah, but my point of view with dating is totally different from their point of view.
What's your point of view with dating?
My point of view, it's kind of like Kevin Sampson. You know, the guy on the internet that everybody hates. It's kind of like his point.
Go ahead.
It's kind of his point. I mean, women think sex rules the world, but it's not like that anymore. It's not like that any longer. That's not a way. Just because you and then the ladies nowadays they're 5'5", 200 pounds, and Willie, y'all call them thick, but
Mm,
that's just fat.
no, it ain't.
It is
I mean, what's a brick house?
36, 25, according to Ohio players.
The Commodores.
Yeah,
36, 24, 36.
yeah,
What a winning
that's not,
hand.
but that's not a small
That
lady.
ain't no
That's not a
brick.
big lady.
That is,
That's
that
not a
is
big
a
lady.
small lady.
Man, these
No,
girls
it
right
ain't.
now
There ain't no brick
with
house. That's why it ain't no big.
these
There ain't no brick.
these ladies nowadays with butts that are size 56, 60s, right? And then the front is
No.
probably another. They got so much booty in the front. Remember the song,
Yeah,
"Too much
they
booty in the front"? Too much booty in the front. Hey, you can't reach it
yeah, that ain't that
with a
ain't a.
big belly
Let's
and a
see a
big
brick
booty.
brick. No, see a brick house is like 44, 30, 32, 45. You know, those figures right there is a big woman.
A 45 size
You
booty.
see, now, yeah, hips,
Yeah, that's too
not.
big.
I ain't talking about that African movement where you can
I
set a
mean,
teacup
45 is
upside.
45, Willie. 45 is
No,
45.
I'm talking about around. I ain't talking about just stick way out you on the. You can see them after they done left the room. They still believe it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about?
I see,
Your
but
sisters,
see,
the sisters that you
Kevin,
see coming before they get there.
Kevin saying that these ladies that come in like that, right? And
Mm,
say, well, mainly they want to chase down a man with a lot of money. And a guy
mm,
with a lot of money has a lot of choices. So he
mm,
basically saying, what would you present to him? You walking around with 3, 4 kids to make a rich man
right,
or either man want to stay with you.
right,
I
right.
agree
It's
with it.
tough on them.
Yeah,
It's tough. It's tough. You
but
know,
they view it another way. I don't understand the way.
well, they now it's not okay. What we got to look at is the social structure, how society has pre-programmed us to believe a certain way. Like you just said, brick house 36, 24, 36. That's what society has programmed us to believe. That's fine. Now, beauty supposedly is in the eye of the beholder.
That's
But
correct.
now,
It
when you
is.
start talking about, but now when you start talking about dating is now what's your point in dating? Am I looking for a husband or a wife, or am I looking for uh, friends with benefits?
No, friends
You
and
know, what am
benefits
I
is
looking
not
for?
dating.
What's my goal? Hmm.
I just had a problem with a lady on Facebook the other day. For me, I told her let's meet and greet. Let's just meet somewhere, greet
Hmm.
each other, say hi, have a sandwich, coffee, whatever you drink. She said, "So
Hmm.
you want to date? You want to date me?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, what are you trying to?" And then I gave her my definition of dating. Dating, I would want to come pick her up. I mean, get to know her first,
Hmm.
come pick her up in my car, drive her to and go out on a date, not meet up
Hmm.
together somewhere.
Okay,
That's dating to
that's
me.
the
I'm
new
trying to
way.
get to that. No, that's old.
No, no. What I'm saying is the old way is going and picking her up
Yeah,
and taking her somewhere. That's the old way.
yeah.
The new way is I'll meet you at such and such a place at such and such a time. Then I'll go my way, you go your way when we leave.
That's
You
not
know
me trying to date you. I can't date you that way.
that's your point of view. That's the way you look at it. But
Yeah,
now
that's
she's looking
dating.
at it from a different point of view. She's
She's
looking at
looking
it
at
differently because
she's
she's a
looking
new
at
woman.
she's she's looking at what I'd ask her meet and greet. That's how we meet and greet. I mean, I'm not
Now,
investing.
meet and greet
If I
could
want
be
to,
that we'll both meet at the same club. We'll both
yeah,
meet at the restaurant. We'll
yeah,
meet, but we both in separate vehicles when we meet. We're not
dating.
riding together.
There's a lady at church. I asked her for her number, and she said we could be friends. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't give her my number. And she said, "Well, we
Mm-hmm.
can't be friends." I said, "No, I don't see you as a friend. I see you more than a friend."
Mm-hmm.
Boy, did she take my number so quick.
Yeah, yeah, she was. She knows she know what she want.
Yeah, look, a
She know
brother
what
go
she
to church.
want.
I go to church every Sunday. Well, almost every
Mm-hmm.
Sunday. 3 Sunday. I go to church. I'm always alone. And the single ladies, they start coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
They start seeing that
That's right.
Sunday in, Sunday out. They start running. I'm like, man,
Mhm.
I should have changed my game a long time ago.
That's right. That's the catch point. They
Yeah, they see
looking
you
for that.
coming in there
That's why.
every
That's why.
Sunday.
That's
Oh,
why when they come to church, that's why when they come to church and they on the front row and they in that little tight skirt, they make them put that little cover over their legs.
I
You know what I
often
mean?
wonder. Yeah, they do that. They got those blankets right there on the front. Yeah. My church, the church I go to,
Exactly.
he has so many politicians coming in there on a regular basis. I think he's sideways,
Mm-hmm.
showing out.
Mm-hmm.
Look who I know. Look, you know what I'm saying? But he does a
Mm-hmm.
good job. He's a really good preacher.
They like Livingston.
No, he's better than that. No, Livingston something else. That man, he was like my dad. My dad had kids from the kids in the church. That's how I got so many.
Mm-hmm.
They just,
Mm-hmm.
they go. I don't know how them kids
Yeah,
fall for it.
Livingston had a couple of nice ones over there.
Yeah, but
And then that sister that came up from Houston,
which one?
it was one
Per,
sister that would come from Houston, and she couldn't participate in the nativity, but she could sing in the choir, but she couldn't sing no solo because she wasn't there every day.
oh, okay.
Dark skin,
Um, yeah, I think
39.
but
Her mama was in the church too.
you talking about Miss Pearlie?
Yeah, it sound like it. But that sound like the mother.
Yeah,
Yeah. Didn't she have a
eh,
daughter?
yeah. But those that church, I don't know, man. It's they say when you go to church you need to get involved in the church, right? But
Mm-hmm.
when you get involved with the church, you start finding out the dirtiness of the church. What
Be
people are
true.
doing, who they doing, pastor doing her,
Mm-hmm.
pastor doing him. And I don't like that's the part I don't like. That makes you
That's
leave
that's
the church.
that, that's the way the
That
church
makes
is
me leave the
evolved.
church. That makes
Right.
me leave the church.
Right.
So I don't
You
want to be
know.
around all that. So like I was explaining to this pastor, my pastor, he made the the book. Remember the
Mm-hmm.
who's
Mm-hmm.
book? Yeah, he made it this year.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good dude. I thought he was older than me, but he ended up being younger than I am. And he
I
think
mean,
he's
that's
slimming
that's
down. He
that's
goes,
amazing too, man. That's amazing too to see some of these young people who can't stand up, who can't walk, who can't bend over, whose face is all wrinkled up and everything, and they ain't but
yeah.
22. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Good God.
Yeah.
What the hell? And that's because is it from the food they eating, from the pills they taking, or is it from us evolving? You know,
Yeah,
that's
it's how they,
time
it's
moving
how
on.
they, it's how they living too. It's how they living.
Hmm. Yeah, they
My
ran through that thing
heart,
talking about living large. You know,
my
it's just
my my son, I gotta tie down on him. Well, I'm gonna try to get him for his senior
mm,
year. He'll be a senior next year, and he got to get
for
away from me.
real,
Yeah, he
for
got to get
real.
away from. Yeah, he being a senior next year.
God, dog. A
I
senior
know he
already?
already. Yeah,
Was
little
he?
Shad
Is
is
23?
what I know. I
23?
just I'm looking on Facebook and I see him and his daddy laying on couches at the El Tanya
Mm-hmm.
cooked the big meal. She took a picture of it. But
Mm-hmm.
man, they grow so quick. Well, to me, he ain't grown quick enough. But
Mm-hmm.
him and his mama, and I keep trying. I mean, this woman she must really hate me. Like I keep telling her, she don't know how to co-parent. She don't know how to. Anyway, it affects him. And the boy done ran away two or three
Mm-hmm.
times already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Yeah, you know how it is. You high yellow brothers get y'all first piece and just go to y'all head.
nah. Oh, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
he
what it
was.
is.
I don't think he was getting any. I think
Yeah, when you get
he
the
would just
first.
have. Nah, he got a sorry stepdaddy and everything else. So that's what I think his problems was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm.
Plus he's getting a little grown himself, a little mannish.
That's what I'm talking about. You done
Oh,
got his first piece. You
he
can't
been
tell
there,
him
got
nothing
that,
now.
but he started
That's what I'm
you know,
saying. See, you can't tell him nothing.
smoking a
You
little
can't tell
bit and
him
all
nothing
that
because I'm
stuff.
a man.
Well, he wasn't a man when I go. They don't like me going up to their school when they call and he done had a problem
Mm.
because I'm still going up there swinging belts,
See that? That's what I'm talking about.
and
And
they
that's
they're
what's
telling
missing too, man.
and they're telling me, oh well, you can't do that. I say, I bet you better just stay far enough away.
That's that's what's missing too.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't
you
I
know,
don't have any problems with him at all. You know, I tell
because
him to
it's a
do
matter
something,
of
he do.
discipline.
Yeah,
It's a matter of discipline. You know, if I know I can get away with talking back, and you ain't gonna discipline me,
he
but it's
refuses
like in the old
discipline.
days. You know, you talk back to your dad and caught that left hand back
Yeah.
slap.
See, I didn't grow up with a
You
father.
can't do that no more.
I didn't grow up with a father, but my mom was just like that.
Strict.
And
Yeah.
when she call your name and you say what, you're in another room, all you hear is a belt swing. I didn't.
That's
You
right.
better come see what I want.
That's right. That's right.
My mom used to whoop you. You mess up, she give you a whooping. It could be 6 in the afternoon. She gonna get you at 10.
Mm.
She gonna get you at 2. She gonna get you before she go to work. She gonna get you when she come home. Mama, you punished me already. I'll let you know when the punishment is
Mhm.
over with.
Yeah,
I
for
gotta
real.
know.
For real.
Man, we learned so quick, me and my older brother. We learned so quick it wasn't funny. People be
She
like,
had
hey
to.
man, yes. They was like, man, you don't want to go? And I was like, no. They called me scary, right? I said, yeah, I'm scared of my mama. I
Mm.
ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of you.
Yeah, for real. For real.
But
'Cause my
really,
mama
for
was
real,
just like that. My mama was just like that too, boy. Because that's the old school. That's the way it was.
that's the way it
That's the
was.
way
And
it
so that's
was.
how I am. My oldest daughter
That's
asked me,
but.
she always said, Daddy, I thought you hated me. No, and she disciplined her kids the way I disciplined her.
Mm.
Yeah, she over
Mm.
disciplined. One of them supposed to be gay. I told her it's her fault. She wouldn't let her be around boys. Hey,
Mm,
oh, something
yeah,
else.
that's
No,
the
for real,
sleeper.
for real, Willie. You really think Dallas is gonna win 10 games?
Yeah, I think the Cowboys have a good chance to have a good football team. I think they have a chance to be in every game that they're going to play. They're going to be in every game they're going to play because they're going to show up their defense. They're going to be able to score because we can see Pickens is going to catch a lot of balls. CD
Pickens
is
is
going to
really
catch a
good.
lot of balls. Yeah, they're going to be able to run the ball too. And from looking at the last game that they played, Dak Prescott has realized from watching all these other quarterbacks that he is going to have to 15, 20 yards a game running too. So if they get that, they're going to be in the game. And they're going to get some breaks. They're going to get some breaks.
That
And if they
that
get a
is gonna
couple of
be the
breaks,
reason y'all lose again.
well,
It's
I,
always the
I,
reason.
I beg to differ. I think he has matured as a quarterback. His accuracy has improved. I was impressed with some of the throws that he made, and
His actors, it look good. It look good.
I think it's gonna have they're gonna have a chance to get in double figures. I think they have a chance to get into the playoffs.
Playoffs. I don't
Yeah, I
see
think
him.
they have a chance. Now Philadelphia and Washington are gonna play well.
Washington's taken a
San
step
Francisco,
backwards.
who?
Washington has taken a step backwards.
Eh, I
Cliff
think
Kingsbury.
What happened to Washington was that the wide receiver that held out
Hmm.
he didn't get a chance to hook up with Daniels.
Yeah, but
They didn't get a chance to play together.
they've been playing together all
You know,
last year together.
this is Daniels' second year,
Yeah, and this kid, he played
and
with him all last year.
but this year's a totally different thing. Now, when I go out there and I look to my left and I see a number 85 who can't run as fast, who can't jump as high, and who doesn't understand when I nod my head that I'm really meaning for you to sit down. There's a lot of different nuances in the game that people don't
I mean,
realize this is what's really going on.
yeah, but Willie,
Because
that last year, it don't take much for me and you to. We done played all 17 games, 18, 19 last year. And what's some change? I don't talk to you during all season.
no, I didn't. I talked to you, but I didn't get a chance in the preseason. I didn't get a chance through training camp to throw to you. I
You
didn't get
threw
a
to me
chance to
all
see you
last
run the
year.
fly. So here's the difference. Here's the difference. You mentioned it a while ago. Okay, if you can run the 40-yard dash in 4.3 seconds, and you run a fly, and I lay the ball out there, do I put a lot of arch on it, or do I try to zip it?
You gotta look at the
You no longer
defenders. The
here now.
defenders
You
tight
no
on you.
longer here.
No, if the defender
No,
is tight
hold
on
up.
you,
Yeah, all this changes. All this changes. All that changes. All those differential happens. And if I don't get a chance to experience those differentials with number 18, I don't know what number 18 brings to the game when he comes in. I can't look at him and know that I got to really lay it out there so he can go get it. I got to look at him and know he's going to be on the fade where he's supposed to be. On the slant, he's going to give me that dip to the outside and then slant. I
ain't
gotta
nothing,
know this, and that's comes timing. Timing
ain't
is the
nothing,
key.
ain't nothing changed from last year. Just a different
Look
year.
at what changed with C.D. Lamb and Prescott.
What changed?
Look, and that's from week to week. That's from week to week. Look
What
at
done
what happened in the
changed?
first game.
Ain't nothing
The
changed.
timing on it. How many
No.
passes did
When CD dropped them balls,
CD
was
dropped 3 passes in the first game that he would have checked won the game. I
when
bet
he
you
threw them.
they got on the Juke machine and threw a lot of passes at him.
No, here was the thing. When he threw each ball to him, y'all don't pay attention. He was 3 guys were bearing down on to blast him each time. So he took his eyes off the
Okay, so
ball,
you
looking
gonna
at
get
the
hit.
3 guys.
You're gonna get hit. Take the lick.
Yeah, but he looked at it. You take the ball. He took his eyes off the ball to see who was finna blast him because he shouldn't have got the ball. If you got 3 on me, I know number 3 was open. That's Dak's
But
problem.
you see Tobin can't catch. You see Tobin running 4-yard patterns.
No, not Tobin.
We need
Number 3
5
was
Tobin running 3-yard patterns.
Pickens. And after the first game,
I mean,
that last drive after the first game, that last drive, they got the ball, seven passes, 4 to CD. Come on, man. Somebody else is open. That's why LeBron James don't take the shot when 4 people are on him. He dish it off. Come on, CD. You threw 1 to Pickens, picked up 15 yards, and then after that it was CD. You're just gonna force feed them. They figure out their patterns right off the rip, but
you told me you could catch anything. You told me I'll just throw it in my direction, man, and I get it.
Nah,
you told me this, so I'm trusting you.
I'm also finna.
When you my go-to receiver.
I'm also be end up like Daryl. I don't want to end up like Daryl Stingley either.
Yeah, I know.
You remember?
But that's the breaks of the game, bro.
No,
yeah, it's tough sometimes, man. It's tough.
If you force feeding me, I know my partner Pickens is open. I know he's open.
But maybe he's not. But see, like this.
Out of them 7 plays, you threw 1 to him, and he got 15 yards.
And that was the play that was called to go to him.
No, he looked and seen the dude was open.
Now, here, okay. When I draw up the plays, on paper, when I draw up the plays, I draw up the play to create openings. I draw up the plays for my quarterback to have progressive reads.
You're killing yourself, Will, because you said openings. 3 people boxed around me is not opening. Actually, at the end of the game, they boxed CD. They got 1 inside.
Okay, now hold on.
This dude is not open.
Okay,
you
on one of those plays, Pickens fell down.
Yeah,
on another one of those plays, he got bumped at the line of scrimmage.
No.
So I can't throw to him. I can't throw to him. I need 15 yards. Why am I going to throw a 3-yard pattern?
Well, you threw it.
I need 20. Why am I throwing an 8-yard pattern?
You throwing it to a man with 20 people around him? That's the better alternative?
You got glue on your hands, man. That's what you told me.
Man, that dude finna get blasted.
You don't come up. I can't even drink my water because you coming over telling me you open.
He made a life choice decision.
That's right.
You got this man out here making life choice decision because you finna get his head blocked out.
Right, because that's what you get paid to do, catch that rock, CD.
No, you force feeding. Well, you're gonna get me, and like I said, you're gonna be Daryl Stingley pretty soon. Nobody want to be Daryl Stingley.
You can't get. They won't let me hit you over the middle no more like that.
No,
they won't let me hit you like that.
You got 3 people around me. I have 3 people around me. It's amazing what might happen.
When I threw the ball, everybody made a break to you.
Because you already boxed by 2 people. You're already boxed by 2 people.
And the pass has gone over the first layer of defense. That's why they get the accuracy, man. The pass is going. He done lobbed the ball over the linebacker in front of the safety, and you still double teamed, but now you got a chance to get up, go up and get it. You got a chance to dive and catch it. You know, I'm giving you an opportunity.
He's probably amazed that
I'm
him
giving
threw
you a
the ball. I got 3 people around me. I am so shocked this man threw me the ball.
No, you asking for it every time. But here, man, let me get in here. I'm already here.
He ain't asking that much.
You Oklahoma people always saying I'm open.
He ain't asking that much.
You Oklahoma people always saying you open.
Get
I'm
it
open,
back,
man. Can't you see I was open?
We always say that, but we know we ain't open.
you sound like God dog. I almost called his name. He was not. He was one of the better wide receivers that I ever seen. God dog. Oh shit, what's his name? Played with us at ARP. Johnny Earl. Choose. He was always open. He was always open. Never was covered. Never was covered. Just lay it out there, man. I get it. Just lay it out there. I'll go get it. He was always open. But I saw him make a catch one time. He had the guy beat. And the dude shoved him in the back, Lance. And he was stumbling, but I had already thrown the ball. This dude, he reached back and pulled it in off his back. Off his back. You see niggas catching up against the helmets and all that kind of stuff? This nigga caught it off of his back. Pulled it in, got his balance back, and went on about 65 yards. Johnny! His brothers could catch. None of them never played nothing but that, but they could play football. And that's one thing that you have to look at the old people in our generation that played, and the white folks wouldn't let us play with them. They'd have had some real good teams. They'd have, like when they finally integrated down in our area, all the skilled players was black. The line was white blockers on defense and offense. When we were playing, we was in the playoffs every year. We never did win though. We was in the playoffs every year. And they finished their little season 0-10 and come out there and watch us practice. But they still was giving us that little fold-up helmet. I remember I was a senior before I got my first little helmet with a ball on it. You know what I'm talking about? You there, brother?
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Oh, okay. So
you hear me?
You had the patent helmet.
Yeah, the helmets you fold up and put in your pocket. No, we would have the first helmets that had the face mask.
The one bar, single bar.
We were getting hand-me-down equipment from the white folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we was in a segregated school system.
That's how I was up into the 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
When fifth grade came and they sent me, that was an adjustment for me.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they say something, because we looked at them as being inferior. We looked at them as being inferior people to us. And soon as they started and talked some SH, we didn't talk back. We just fisticuffed. We had spats back then. And I told the white lady was gonna spat me, and I said, no, she ain't. I said, ain't no white person gonna give me some spats. My grandfather was the principal at the black school. They called him up.
Mm.
He told me up. He told
Did-
me
What did they,
up.
what
'Cause
did they
I
put,
said, huh?
what did he do once they integrated?
Oh,
Grandpa.
he went to another school.
I mean, what
He
what
went to
what did he do at the other school? Was
oh,
he
he was still
principal?
principal. Yeah, he was still principal. He's a
Was it
bad
junior high?
man. No, it was elementary. He's a bad man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He got a park named after him. They named a park after him.
Mm.
He knew how to deal with them more than anything. He knew how to
Mm.
talk. Like in the black neighborhood, I read his resume. In the black neighborhood, they built the houses for us, right? And
Mm.
charge you X amount of dollars, but they didn't put a floor in.
Mm.
In order to get a floor, you had to pay him additional money. He sued the city of Lawton, and then they all had to come out there and put them floors in there for free. So he was
Lawton,
always,
Oklahoma.
yeah, he was always fighting for our rights. That made me proud of
Was
him.
what was it? C Street, C Street, D Street,
First Street,
Lawton.
First Street, First Street.
I mean, did they have a C Street or D Street?
Yeah, they got a C. That's where the bus station was.
Yep. And that
But
what
you
all the
talking
holes
about
was too?
now they was over there, but they was on First Street. First Street over there by Chat and Chew. I don't know if you know about Chat and Chew.
Mm.
You might.
No, we didn't
I
have no
mean,
chat and chew when I was in law.
and then they ended up with the African breeze.
Yeah, I was. That's why I did my advanced training, AIT, law.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It, it,
cannon cockers.
what year you go?
69.
Oh, okay. Cause like in '72, I remember when we moved out to the white neighborhood in '72, Lawton became the number one unsolved murders in America. They was killing
Yeah,
them
it was,
soldiers.
shoot, it was
They was
they
killing
was
them.
busting our butt. No lie, no lie,
Yeah,
no
I know
lie.
they told y'all. I know they told y'all not to go in to Lawton by yourself, like they always do.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that's what I'm saying. I went up to Lawton and did no that Lawton wasn't my AIT. Lawton was when I was a senior at Prairie View. Went up
Right.
there for advanced ROTC, a summer camp, and shoot,
Oh,
that's why I met Vivian there. Yeah, we had a good time up there. And they used to tell us not to be caught up. C. I keep thinking C Street.
C Street is right there. It's right there. Chat and Chew
I
ran
mean that,
north and south. C Street ran east and west.
but it was where all the clubs and all the host strolls and shit was.
Yeah,
Because I had a partner named Hot Pocket,
Hot
and
Pocket.
they was killing pimps like left and right. Me and him call ourselves pimping because I stayed over after we finished our thing up there, 6 weeks training, and I had this two chicks, Vivian and Barbara, and Hot Pocket had a couple of girls that he was trying to pimp, and they shot that nigga so many times. I said, "Nah, I need to get my ass out, mother. I
Uh,
need to get my ass out up here." What's that song? Uh, I need to be back in school.
they
Rod
all,
Stewart had.
all that's casino now.
Mm,
They built Lawton got 4 casinos.
they and Texas gonna get that too.
Nah, Texas ain't gonna get it.
Mark Cuban done put his money in that basket,
Yeah, but
and
it ain't
they
really
gonna get it.
him. Ooh, he's dunking. It ain't really him. It's the owners of the new Mavericks. They want to. They
Exactly.
want to. They want to They want to build a place over there where the Cowboys used to be, and they want it so
Right.
luxurious. they want gambling in there.
Exactly.
And right
They
now
want
they
to
can't
build
get
a
it.
casino.
Texas is saying
Mark
no to
wanted to
them right
build
now.
Mark wanted to build a casino downtown.
Yeah. Right now they're saying no to them over and over and over.
Yeah. But they said no to them people that want to build that bullet train too. They said no to those those people that want to do everything.
Yeah, they
Hot
keep saying
Wheels
no to them.
is
Hot Wells.
Hot Wheels ain't
Man,
thinking for yeah.
I can show you a thing where he got in, they put him in a Apache helicopter, right? And that sucker was moving
Mm-hmm.
his legs all around. He was moving.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see my show today. He was moving and everything. So I don't know about him.
Yeah, Hot
But
Wheels. He don't know about it.
it's time to get off of
He don't
here.
know about it. All right,
We
brother.
appreciate you.
Just signing
If you
off.
want to,
All
if you
right.
want to join us again, let me know.
All right.
All right.
Anytime
Bye.
you invite me.
Okay. All right. Bye.